Well, unfortunately for us, Fox is the only place to watch this goddamn race. So we're not really honored to be a part of NASCAR on Fox. They kind of have us held hostage on these Sunday afternoons if you want to watch the damn race. Let's go. If you didn't bet your life savings on Kyle Larson today, you're probably not going to win. I told Michael, he gives me bets. He gave me 2 yesterday. I was like, okay, Christopher Bell and Joey Logano. Joey Logano at 12-1. How could you not take that, given the way he dominated here in the fall? But I just think Kyle Larson's going to lead almost every lap and make everybody think the aero package sucks, when I think this aero package is going to be a massive improvement. But I don't know if you'll be able to see it today looking at the battle for the lead, because I think it's going to be a pretty one-sided race. But then again, it's a cup race. Maybe it won't be. But last week, the way Byron dominated, and then Larson driving the same stuff was able to do the same. We'll see. Larson's the easiest bet in the season we've had so far. This is the first race where I feel like it's a slam dunk. Bet on Kyle Larson. But it is a cup race, so you would think there's going to be plenty of opportunities for somebody to step up, or maybe cautions fall at the perfect time for someone's stupid, I don't know. Wishful thinking. I think it's the Kyle Larson show today. Why do I only get to see 13 drivers on the leaderboard on Cup, but in Xfinity we get 14? Look how cute Danica is. Ain't she cute? She's actually really cute today. Good for you, Danica. She is attractive and therefore has value. I'm kidding. She has no value. I kid. We put shorts on top.
Let's put all that to bed, starting with the last point first. Joey Logano was barely a top 10 car here last spring, and then come the fall race, he got up on the wheel and won the championship. So how big is this? How different is it? What's the heat going to play into it? And the new package?
He was more than up on the wheel.
Yes, and more, yes.
That was the easiest Final Four championship we've had in the last decade since they went to that bullshit.
Joey Logano dominated a fall race, won that championship. They didn't like that. Didn't like the short track package. We come up with a new package, a lot less downforce. That means,
of course, they didn't like the package. Boyer, short track racing was terrible last year.
Practice Friday, it was a lot cooler. Even qualifying yesterday, cooler. Today, Danica, we were down there on the starting grid.
How can Kyle Larson win a cup race when Chase Elliott's not here for Larson to put him in the wall?
Silk is a bad choice. It's definitely much warmer, much warmer. But I still think, Clint, that it's going to be the usual suspects. That's really what it is here,
It's going to be Logano, Hamlin, Larson. I don't know about Harvick.
He doesn't feel like
he lost that Phoenix charm.
I'm sure Kyle Busch will play an element as well. And of course,
I look for Keselowski to have a strong day today. Keselowski and Suarez.
Even though it has 30% less downforce, that's probably why he's on the pole.
So Kyle didn't just win practice, he was lights out on all of the metrics we use.
Neither one of my bets is starting anywhere close to the front. Actually, Bill, I just saw Bill starting 5th. My bad, I misread that. So I got one in the top 5.
That has a target on his back. It is Kyle Larson.
Take that 5 car out. We got to make some money.
To win this race, how are you going to do it? You're going to have to go through that 5 car. But his teammate, William Byron, we just talked to him in the pre-race show. That car is extremely fast.
Oh, and today's a momentous day for me. I mentioned yesterday the Double Down sandwich is back at KFC. I'm having a couple later. Spicy Double Downs. Ooh, it's going to be delicious.
I think it's going to get slippery and challenging, but who is able to maintain the most amount of speed as those tires degrade further and further?
Today's a big day.
Lap 40, it's going to get interesting.
I just said, he just asked me in my ear, folks, you heard it. I said, Joey Logano, get me Joey Logano. He won this race. He dominated here in the fall. I'm telling you, Joey Logano is another one. Didn't really show up in practice. Didn't really show up yesterday in that qualifying session, but he shows up when the money's on the line. And William Byron, momentum.
Money. I like William Byron's Valvoline car. Might have inspired me to change my paint scheme next time I stream Heat 5.
So those are some of the favorites. There will also be some surprises.
Some surprisements.
We're ready to race in the Sonoran Desert of Arizona. Let's go trackside.
And now, race fans, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Representing United Rentals, please welcome Stephanie Von Pine and DeMarco Knox.
On behalf of blah, blah, blah. Shout out to them for paying the black guy to pretend to be excited about NASCAR. I'm kidding. I kid.
The engines roar to life. The drivers are all in a good mood and at the ready.
We'll have to do I don't stream pre-race, so we couldn't do our Joey Logano hair watch. On a scale of 1 to 11, how is he today with the hair? It looked like it was about a 7.5. This has been your Joey Logano hair performance update. If he wins the race and wins me money, there will be more post-race, so stay tuned for that. Busher, Briscoe, and Hamlin, so you took some chances. I was looking, of course, I got Bell and Logano, but they were in the group I was looking at. Bell, Logano, Blaney was in that group I was thinking of. So, there, yeah, it was like Bell, Logano, and Blaney. And I was like, I'll take 2 of the 3. And I just don't trust Blaney yet. Blaney has to do a lot to earn my trust back before I start betting on him again. Even though you would think he's due, he's going to win any time now. Blaney's got to earn my trust back. Kyle Petty pops his head in the door. I agree. It is a cool, rainy day. It's not raining hard. It's been drizzling and misting all morning. So it's pretty wet and cloudy outside and cool. So I'll probably be cold here shortly. It was so cold I actually put jogging pants on this morning. I just now switched over to shorts. Ryan Blaney's better than Casey Kane in a cup car. I mean, Casey Kane's one of the best drivers around, but when it comes to NASCAR racing, I would put Blaney ahead of that. I think Blaney has way more potential than Casey Kane had, and Casey Kane, it seemed like the sky was the limit with him, but I like Blaney a lot. Kyle Petty's talking out of his ass. Kyle Petty's talking out of his ass trying to make headlines. He's full of shit. I love Kyle Petty. He's one of my favorite people, but he's full of shit. He was just trying to get attention. Let me say a really hot take here, okay? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Oh, I miss the simpler days where Kyle Petty would just shit on Danica all the time because he was actually accurate about that. It accomplished 2 things. Number 1, it was accurate, and number 2, it got him all the attention he wants. So, Danica, when you coming out of retirement? So Kyle Petty can start making sense again when he critiques a driver. It's hot and slick. Low 80s and really sunny, so hot and slick today. Everybody likes spring forward. By the way, I fell asleep last night just before 10:30 and woke up at 7:30 this morning. It was like, damn, I slept a long time. I was like, well, take an hour off of that. I forgot about spring forward.
Not far from Glendale, where they built that beautiful stadium.
Hey, there's where the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and the Eagles fans are still crying.
All right, Jamie Little caught up with Kyle Larson before he climbed aboard number 5.
Got to shoehorn in our pre-race interviews because their pre-race show was a little shorter because NHRA is running long.
This race card to be there at the end.
We'll find out here probably 30 laps or so. I think you'll get an idea how your car is on the long run. It's much hotter today, so I'm sure it'll be quite a bit different than Friday. But all in all, our HinderCars.com Chevy's been fast, so I know it's got speed. Just we'll see how the handling is on a very long run, but it's a tough race. These cup races are hard to win, so we'll see if we can get it done.
Kyle Larson rolling up on pole.
Kyle Larson's one of the drivers that's had more cup races in hand and watched them go away than anybody I can think of, except maybe Chase Elliott or Ryan Blaney.
And he seized it. Kevin Harvick, 9 victories. victories here in the Arizona desert, and an incredible string of top 10 finishes unequaled in the history of NASCAR. Harvick last year broke a tie for consecutive top 10s at one track with two of NASCAR's all-time champs.
Look at the stupid cartoon of Dale Earnhardt wearing a NASCAR on Foxfire. So how lame is that? Look how fucking dumb that
I
looked.
love Kevin. Hey, Kevin, this is Mike, Clint, and Danica up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Great. Well,
Harvick's like, great, I got to talk to this bitch again.
It's your last season. I'm excited to see how these last couple times at Phoenix goes. You are the GOAT here. Since it's your last season, do you want to maybe let us in on a little secret how that's happened?
Fast cars. I always tell people you can't drive a slow car fast. So, real look, it's been a racetrack that I've raced at since the mid-90s. Been through a little configuration change, but short tracks have always been emphasis, and our teams have always done a good job at knowing how much I care about this place. And so it's just been a great place to race. We have a great fan base here, and I've always enjoyed being able to be successful here. So hopefully today is no different, and we can continue that trend in our Hunt Brothers Ford Mustang.
I have no doubt that you will. All right, where do you think that the most important element of the race is going to be? Where's it going to be won and lost today?
I think you're going to have a good handling car, but you're going to have to move around the racetrack and find something that works for your car. And I think you're going to have to be pretty disciplined to not make mistakes and take advantage of being in position to take advantage of other people's mistakes when they miss their marks and make up position.
All right, well, you're really good at that, so good luck today.
Thank you.
Harv will roll off 15th. Here's the starting lineup. Kyle Larson, 2021 Phoenix winner. Denny Hamlin, two-time Phoenix winner. William Byron last week's...
I knew Casey Kane's career was screwed when I heard Evernham and Petty were merging together. I'm like, oh God, Petty, the kiss of death for any NASCAR team.
And the point leader is Ross Chastain starting sixth.
Notice now that his name's not on the fucking company, they're doing a lot better.
The hometown boy, Michael McDowell from nearby Glendale, gets his best career start here. And Ryan Blaney, top 4 of the last 3 races.
Kyle Busch and his 8-pack and his little goofy-ass cartoon picture.
Phoenix winner, and Eric Jones.
Cheddar's car looks nice.
For the first time this year. Race fans, today's race also comes with a chance to win $10,000.
No way.
Clint's cash for free.
Dylan said he's coming here at some point today.
Download the free Super 6 app on your phone. Enter your 6 predictions for today's race. Download the app. Start playing for free. And we'll get late-breaking stories from Pit Road and from our crew chief, Larry Mack. Let's begin with Jamie Little.
Mike, you mentioned Ryan Blaney. He's been top of mind throughout the garage this weekend.
Blaney, I just don't trust him yet. I'm going to regret not betting on Blaney today, right?
Race-winning car, but they don't feel like they have that raw speed that they did last year. So they have to compromise. They freed that car up. He's not going to be very comfortable. They said that is the only way to be fast in this race today. But keep in mind, he finished here second in the fall. They're hopeful they'll get one spot better and get to victory lane today. Regan Smith?
Jamie, what a difference a year has made for Brad Keselowski in this 6 race car. A year ago, struggles to even run inside.
Brad driving that badass Castrol paint scheme. Love that car.
Brad told me that progress is something he is very proud of, but they want to continue to see that today with the expected tire fall off and slower speeds. The team feels like that will be a huge asset to them, and the fact that Brad is very good at managing those tires. Larry Mack?
Yeah, Regan, these crew chiefs today, they're going to feel like they're playing a chess match with strategy. The way these cars are going to be sliding around, their driver will want
It's another one of those weird stages where the first stage is really short, the middle stage is fucking long.
About 90 to 94 laps, but it's more about the tire window. That first stage, 60 laps, it takes care of itself. But stage 2, 125, stage 3, 127, I say split them in half, but if somebody comes, Mike, you better not be far behind because fresh tires will be key.
Thanks, Larry.
At least tires matter. With the lack of grip, especially, it's going to matter.
The front straightaway at Phoenix has this dogleg where the racing surface is 50 feet wide. It's another 110 feet right down to that point, which is the end of the pit wall. And some drivers will get very close to that, trying to cut the dogleg and shorten up their lap, especially on restarts. And you can see just how much of a shortcut that is. That's a great overhead view of that dogleg and just how extreme and how tight that is.
And you're always going to see the most amount of excitement there on the start and the restarts. Come
some Denny Hamlin audio. He's on the outside pole.
Okay, everything ready to go. Get us a green car. I'll be with up on the short. We're up on the long. Let's go. Everybody get up right here. It's a big deal. 8 months from now, it's going to be bigger. It's going to get the same for Taylor.
Denny Hamlin's got a lot of different sponsors this year.
This is where the championship will be won or lost in November. Fans on their feet. Pace car on pit road. Kyle Larson.
Larson launches out of the box. Green flag. That looked early to me. Can the leader get penalized for jumping the initial start? That was a hell of a jump. William Byron slots into second, and we're right back to where we were at Vegas a week ago. Ooh, Harvick off a 2. Up in front of Josh Berry. Larson Byron 1-2 on lap 1. Everybody's going to make it around, complete a lap. Byron for the lead. Cuts low. Unreal. Maybe you could have stole a little money on Byron. Ooh, Byron goes a little wide there. Larson out of the groove. Little moment there in the center of the corner, just loose. My pick, Christopher Bell into third place. Trying to take advantage of the bobble on the 5, but now Hamlin's back to Bell's inside. Byron's leading.
Look at that. You said, before the race started, Denny's like, we got to get on this, and there he is, passing for third. Right up next to him.
Bell still around the outside of Hamlin for third. Hamlin rolls the center on the bottom. Like I said, I think it's going to be similar to yesterday. Early in the run, bottom will be better. Longer they run, the top will come in. Bell loses the nose going into 3. It's going to let Hamlin pull away, and it's going to bring Keselowski to his outside. Ooh. Brad, 4th place. Here comes Chastain for 5th. Reddick's up in the top 10. He started 12th. Already I like what I see, other than William Byron checking out.
That Trackhouse bunch just keeps getting faster. Delivers fast cars for these guys. I think you're going to see a lot of Chastain today.
I agree, Clint. I think that if I have a call for
Weird Hamlin paint scheme, yeah. I wish his FedEx 50th anniversary scheme was the permanent FedEx scheme for this season. I like the sports clip car. Dylan's on his way, by the way, guys.
They use that dog leg apron in running, not just on restart. But it ain't just on the dog leg. That's Tyler Reddick on the bottom, and he used the dog leg down the back straightaway. The front straightaway now, and in the corner, all the way around.
Bell trying to bounce back from a rough couple of laps.
1 and 2 is really helpful. It can be helpful on the restarts when you have grip and you can just pull the car wherever you want. But it can also be helpful later in the run when the car doesn't want to turn and you get your left sides over it to get the car de-wedged a little.
Listen to that off-throttle time on Blaney. That sounds good. Bell, Chastain back and forth for 5th. Bell takes it back. And there's a gap forming from 5th on back. The top 4 look like they're checking out. Maybe now that Bell's got his shit back under him and he's got by Chastain, he can catch back up to Keselowski at least. Here comes Blaney.
That's how close it is. You check up with these race cars at least a little bit, and the next car's pouncing on you.
Especially if you do it in 3 and 4 because you have such a long straightaway after that.
Chastain outside, watching from Blaney, the 4th performance cam, giving you these views.
You think, yeah, well, remember Gibbs qualified well last week as well. Did not even come close to backing it up, but I think Phoenix suits Ty Gibbs very well. Did she say it masturbates your problem? My ears must have tricked me. She didn't say that.
First side-by-side battle is Reddick on the outside of Michael McDowell, and Tyler Reddick takes that 8th spot.
Reddick 8th.
And here comes Daniel Suarez.
Suarez and his old buddy McDowell, they got some history at Phoenix. Not on the track, but on pit road.
My eyes weren't lying to me in practice. Just like last weekend, it was a 2-horse race.
I heard this morning they told all the teams they are not allowed to run windshield wipers here today. There's all these cars are supposed to be equipped with the wet weather package at wet weather racetracks, but the drivers and the teams actually requested NASCAR to make everybody take their windshield wipers off to reduce downforce even more. And I'm like, how much downforce can a little windshield wiper make? I guess it makes a little bit, enough for the teams to want to stick them up on the middle of the car every time we go to a road course or a short track now, but today they took them off. They made everybody take them off the cars. One of my bets, Joey Logano, is 21st. How do you come here? How do you come back here after leading every damn lap in the fall to no? He nearly killed Truex. Jesus, Joey, you racing that hard for 20th? Good save by Truex as well. Truex struggling. Bowman, Truex, Logano struggling. It's a bit of a shock. Obviously, it was not on purpose. Joey just overdrives his shit, drives over his head. When he's struggling, he does it even worse. It can be a great thing when he's got a top 10 car and makes it a top 5 car, but when you're just 20, or you're 15th and trying to run better, and you wind up back in 20th. Harvick making a pass. He's 13th. He and Kyle Busch 12th and 13th. Don't really know what they have yet. They're nothing special. I'd say everybody in that top 15's okay. They're decent. Behind that, though, it's a big-time struggle. I'm looking at Truex, Bubba, Briscoe, Logano, and just they're not handling good. And Harvick's got a fast car. They just said he's matching the lap times of Larson and Byron. We're 14 laps in, and look, a Hendrick car's led every damn lap just like last week, basically. I'll go to commercial. I'm enjoying watching these guys slide around and get out of the gas and do what they do. All the necessary evil of commercials. Trying to make it a habit of watching the leaderboard. Ty Gibbs passed Michael McDowell for 10th, so Gibbs is top 10. If you bet $5 on him, you'd win $400 today. Throw a bet on Gibbs. We're trying to steal money. I wish I could bet my life savings on Larson, but Byron looks pretty competitive, so that wouldn't be a good idea. Yeah, missing Byron there is kind of a odd one to figure out. Top 10 looks pretty stable for now. Byron's got a much bigger lead. All of a sudden, it went from 0.6 to 1.3 seconds.
Is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And by Ford. Built for America. 18 laps complete amid the giant...
Byron driving off and leaving. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Christopher Bell. At least I got one in the top 5 early.
But Clint, lap times have fallen off now 0.7 1/4 of a second to a full second.
The fall off is beautiful.
From my vantage point, guys, I don't even need to look at lap times. I'm looking out the window right down here in the middle of 3 and 4. These cars are
Byron's
sideways,
car just
tail
seems to be
wagging
getting
all
stronger
over the
and
place.
stronger.
These boys got their hands full. That was the vision
I love how far up off the ground the front ends of a lot of cars look. Like you see Denny Hamlin's car there going down the backstretch, how up off the ground it was. Oh great, we're going to cut away from the race to fucking show this crap.
Let's go to our Toyota cutaway car. Let's start with the rear spoiler at the back of the car. Remember, the rear spoiler affects aero drag and rear downforce. At Fontana and Vegas, that rear spoiler
RFK got good cars today.
60 inches wide. Today, only 2 inches tall by 58 inches. That takes away a lot of rear downforce. Underbody changes. Behind the 2 front tires, the engine panel.
Why don't we just take those diffusers off everywhere?
And then the rear area, those 3 center.
Yeah.
Oh, we've taken about 30% of downforce away from this car versus what we've been running.
Said it was 33% of the downforce has been removed. Here's an idea. You see how Las Vegas went? I think it's time to just take the diffuser off and go with the tiny spoiler everywhere. What do you think?
It's cloud cover, cooler temperatures.
What do you
It's a
think?
bit breezy, but the sun is shining down here in Phoenix, as it does most every day of the year. And the drivers,
Harvick and Kyle Busch, battle for 12th. Harvick looks a little quicker. They said Harvick's got great lap time, so he's got speed.
We saw the difference in qualifying.
Just didn't start with track position.
It's been beating sun all day.
Now hold on just a second.
Phoenix is always a track position race, even in the best of circumstances, like today, low downforce and tire wear and all.
Just like it was last weekend, both of those Hendrick cars make an extreme grip for these guys. I'm telling you, watching the cars down through the middle of 3 and 4.
That last lap with Kyle Busch and Chandler Smith yesterday in the Xfinity race was absolutely insane.
Keep an eye on this 5 car as we get further into this run. I spoke to Cliff Daniels this morning. In practice yesterday, or on Friday, they had a particular plan to run 30-lap runs to see where that car would go. But he told me from lap 30 to lap 60, which is where we're getting to right now, he had no clue that was going to be a big key to this race, what they needed to adjust at that moment. Jamie?
Kyle Busch right now running 11. This team has had their hands full since they unloaded. They weren't happy with the car in practice.
Yeah, RCR has been kind of ghostly this weekend on the Cup side. Austin Dillon, look where he's running. Routinely, Kyle Busch is besting Austin Dillon by 15 spots or more now.
Thanks, Jamie. So Larry Mack seeing the
Harvick making another pass. Busch got by McDowell. Busch gets loose off the corner. Harvick's using Kyle as a pick to get by McDowell. Kyle was able to hold off Harvick at first.
I probably talked to a dozen crew chiefs last night. Yeah, the fall off was a concern, but tire wear was more of a concern. But I think their hopes were with the Xfinity Series race yesterday and the ARCA race on Friday night, there's enough rubber laid down that as far as wear, they can make it. But I'm still going to monitor how much fall off we have, because if somebody's going to
Christopher Bell, 4th place.
we're only about 4 or 5 laps away from that mark.
Makes a pass on Brad. Here comes Blaney.
Byron now 2.7 up on the
Chastain's fallen to 8th.
A little more fall off than William has. It's a really good point, and listen to Larry, if anybody's going to split this stage, it's going to have to be pretty soon. Now, who would that be? There's some of these guys back here in the back. I'm watching Austin Dillon in the 3. He is slipping and sliding around. That car is evil underneath of him, and you don't have to look too far back, and the leader's coming. So some of those guys got a decision to make.
Here's the Harvick-Busch battle now for 11th as they both got by McDowell. And here's Harvick making the pass into 3. Clear and set sail. Harvick's 11th. Good long run car for Harvick. That's nothing new. That always seemed to be what they had. That's the only reason he didn't win every damn race at Phoenix. He would win most of the races at Phoenix, but every now and then he could steal one on a short run. Carl Edwards almost did. Harvick, I don't know how he held him off. But Harvick, Stewart Haas, they probably should have won double the races they have won with Harvick. They just always had long run speed, and Jimmy Johnson or whoever would beat him on a short run. So, yeah, a 10-year trend for you. Always fast on the long run at Phoenix, Kevin Harvick. Just a few minutes away from getting that double down from KFC and seeing if it's worth the shit. I think it does matter that Austin Dillon sucks dick. If he sucks dick and he wants to be a future owner, maybe he should just go be a future owner and stop wasting a ride. Because all Austin Dillon is doing is wasting a ride. If that company could have 2 Kyle Busch talents, that would be great. But they've got 1 elite all-time Hall of Fame talent and some fucking mediocre Michael Waltrip tier bitch like Austin Dillon. He's won a few cup races. So did Michael Waltrip. So did Derek Cope. I don't think this whole cup thing is going to go. You know, Austin Dillon's really just another Paul Menard. Hell, Paul Menard won a cup race before. Nobody thought much of his talent. Paul Menard was just a solid hand. Bring the car home in one piece. Finish 15th every week. That's Austin Dillon at his best. Keselowski falls out of the top 5. Harvick gets into the top 10. He passed Gibbs. Harvick passes Suarez for 9th. Here he comes. All I know about golf is Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack. I think golf's cool, though. It'd be fun to learn how to play it. It'd be a really nice hobby, considering there's a golf course on the next street over from my house. Oh, no, they're going to dox me. We have comers and goers, guys. Keselowski's a going. Harvick's coming. That's their favorite word.
There's our aerial coverage looking at Monument Hill, provided by Goodyear. Powering
Diddle-doo-diddle-doo.
flag and every mile in between. Goodyear, more driven. William Byron had only led 20.
Austin Dillon is not far better than Paul Menard. They're literally the same driver. Austin Dillon's never won a cup race on merit. It's been luck every time. Texas, no tire wear. 2 tires. A monkey could have driven that car to a win. Charlotte, fuel mileage. Daytona 500, wrecks Eric Almirola. Daytona last year, 30 cars wreck while he's running 30th and he gets through. Austin Dillon is a no-talent hack. He's never won a cup race on talent or skill or ability in any way. Hasn't even sniffed one. He is mediocre. Austin Dillon is a mediocre race car driver. I like that paint scheme on Buescher's car. I love the speed I'm seeing out of Harvick's car. Crazy. Harvick has the least amount of fall off of anyone on this run if you look at the stopwatch.
He is mowing these guys down. Everybody's backing up to him. He is holding steady and in lap times and just keeps mowing them down. I think you'll see him in the top 5 by the end of this tire run.
Boyer says he thinks Harvick can get to the top 5. I'll say he gets to about 6th. They're too spread out, but he is definitely moving forward. Look at Byron, the leader. He's sliding up off the corner. Oh, NASCAR is really encouraged by the way these cars are handling today, and we'll just have this package run everywhere. Be glorious.
Now, we mentioned Kevin Harvick on the march. Also, Tyler Reddick is up.
Reddick's had a good start to the race. Certainly hasn't had any good finishes this year, but he's at least off to a great start today.
Yeah, he's up to 6th position. I've been watching what he's been doing. Remember, this is a 5-speed gearbox. Everybody's working between 4th and 5th gear. But what Tyler Reddick has been doing, when he catches somebody, I watched it when he caught Ross Chastain in that one, he uses 3rd gear. Now, if he was out there by himself, that would be slower, but he's almost using it as a pass racing gear.
Well, it's doing something right, I'm telling you. He was extremely fast here last year, third in the spring race here. Got this 45 car rolling. Needs this race. Needs a good solid run here. Get this confidence and momentum going for
The Daytona win took skill. No, it didn't. Anybody can wreck somebody. Unless you're Danica Patrick.
moving up the racetrack, widening that thing out.
Yeah, Michael, you're right. I mean, Reddick's had horrible luck, but they haven't shown this amount of speed all year. We're only a few races in, but they've had bad luck and mid-tier cars at best. Bubba's shown a lot more speed in the 23 than Reddick has in the 45. But don't tell the boomers that.
It looks a little tight to me, and I think that's where that smooth is coming from. But hey,
Bubba called his shot last week. We heard in the pre-race, he said he told his team, we're going to finish fourth. Said, I don't think we can beat 3 of the Hendrick cars. And he was right. Bubba finished fourth, and the 3 Hendrick cars were 1, 2, 3. So he called his shot. But I'm not surprised Bubba was confident last week, given how they've been at places like Charlotte and Kansas and Vegas. You know, got the mile and a half figured out.
I talked to Kevin before the race. He said catching him's one thing, getting around him is another. Very hard to make a pass with somebody. You get in their wake, and it just slows you down. You're going to have to get out of that wake, go somewhere on this racetrack, find real estate where he's not running.
I want to see how Harvick's able to compete when he's really up at the front and has a shot. Harvick's got the fastest lap times, and he's not. He started outside the top 10, and now they said everybody else's lap times have fallen off by 8 tenths or more. His have barely fallen off half a second. So Harvick's fast. Byron getting Larson early shocked me. I thought Larson would just lead every lap. So we're right back to where we were a week ago. And the Toyota, look at the top 4. I mean, it's the 2 Chevys and the Toyotas are right there. It's the same thing. Totally different racetrack. Same deal as last week. And they are sliding around everywhere. So let's hope that they run this package everywhere in the near future. Like, everywhere. How wild would they would never do it right, but how wild would Daytona be if you ran this package? You run the mile and a half short track. Make this package the package everywhere, including Daytona and Talladega. Handling would be an issue at Daytona. That's what we want. That's what we want.
I'd go Atlanta first. Biggest package next week when we go.
I have a theory, and I've heard some drivers mention this last year. They were like, yeah, this new Atlanta, you know, it's a clusterfuck super speedway, right? But they were like, when this pavement wears off in 10 years, we ain't gonna be able to run this package here. It's going to be just like the 550 package. It's going to suck. It's like right now, because it's smooth, has grip, it's fast, you're just wide open because it's got the high banks and the new pavement. So when that wears off, this track is going to change, and it's going to turn into more of a mile and a half style track. It'll just have that crazy banking. So, but that's a long way off. You know how hard it is for pavement to age in, the shit that they pave these tracks with. Because Michigan has only started to recover after a decade of wear. It took Charlotte 15 years to get back to how it was after a repave. So who knows how long Atlanta's going to take to show any amount of wear whatsoever. You think Bubba wins before Reddick this year? That's a tough one to call. Bubba's got more consistent speed, except for today. Reddick's got shit luck. I mean, they both got bad luck, let's be honest. I think Reddick's luck's a little shittier. Look at Josh Berry passing Joe Logano for position. Josh Berry already off to a way better start than last week. They're not top 15 yet, but Jesus Christ, they're going to be on the...
He's going to spin out a bunch today.
Nah, that seems to be the Josh Berry special. Although yesterday the special was getting run over by everybody. Like I said, comers and goers. Keselowski's fallen off the wagon. Chastain's fallen off. Suarez, McDowell, Ty Gibbs, but Byron's still strong. Larson's strong. Hamlin and Bell. Blaney's gotten better, and Harvick is so fast. Bowman has stayed the same the entire race. No better, no worse. Oh, the double down sandwich is back at KFC. I'm getting one today. It's like, yay, they brought something back.
I thought I seen
Race tracker, and you know, the first stage is much shorter than the other two here at Phoenix. We have been all green flags so far as we come to 11 to go in stage
Only because they got that
150
thing
laps
back.
complete. And that status bar
10 to
will be
go in
operated
stage
from
1.
underneath the Fox box. And when it does, you'll be able to show where we are in the race just at a glance. That'll show you green and caution, and the stage brakes are there in black.
We said it 10 laps to go here in this stage, and I'm telling you, these guys are slipping and sliding everywhere. Cannot wait to see these cars get in. I want to see the tire wear, see how close they really are. May see it before they even get to pit road.
Who's that radio?
Well, William Byron and Kyle Larson have now run the last 250 laps. 1-2. 2-1. Take your pick.
What's the record for two cars running
In the
1-2
first 50 laps of
for the
this
most
race.
laps in a row across however
As we
many
come
races?
toward the end of stage 1 with 8 different teams.
I'm surprised their statistic. Oh, Austin Dillon 31st, while his teammate Kyle Busch is top 10. Anybody else want to tell me Austin Dillon can drive?
Getting pretty interesting. We're only 50 laps into it.
Possibly.
They're struggling. Oh, 78 slow.
BJ McLeod's having some trouble here. Right at the
Oh, we
start
got a
finish
problem at the
line.
start-finish line.
And a long way to go to get to pit road.
Let's see if he can-
Oh, Stenhouse in the wall just a little bit.
Option could make this very interesting.
Not going to happen.
Priest got a little loose under Stenhouse.
Right here,
Yeah, there he goes.
and he will get to pit road.
Okay, he made it to pit road.
Whew, that
Well
was-
off the track.
I'm telling you.
They didn't even comment on Stenhouse getting loose and brushing the wall.
Especially off the corner. You hear him talking about being loose and then tight in the center and then loose on the outside. That snapping loose on the exit can get you in trouble in a hurry.
Not sure
Noah Gregson's really setting the Cup Series on fire this year, guys. 26th. Oh, man.
Best of the year.
They just now said, oh, my God, Stenhouse hit the wall. Did you hear that?
And another bland-ass
Slipping and sliding.
They were literally on Stenhouse's onboard camera. And now they're like, wait a minute, he hit the wall?
Kiss, though.
Lordy, that's
It's
just
like, fucker, you were on his onboard when it happened.
hit the wall.
Yeah, he brushed it.
A smear. There you go. There you go. Bagel fans know what that is.
Hey, Danica, he pap smeared the wall.
So interesting about what the driver's experience inside the car.
Absolutely. Look
I
at that
know.
heart rate.
Boyer will not let Danica talk. Hey, Dylan, give me some commentary on the race. Talk about the race, and I'll do my best Clint Boyer impressions. Go. Here we go.
That 170 beats per minute is ticking.
I find it funny
And that's
that half of the top 5 is single digit.
Now,
numbers.
wait a minute. Where'd you get that from?
Well,
What?
you know,
what-
I'm used to running the number 10. I'm not
Why
used
did
to
you
running like
notice?
that.
Why did you notice the numbers? Who pays attention to that? You're stupid.
Wow, did you see the sun visor on the in-car?
Now hold on a second. Who has the time to worry about the sun visor when they're driving? That's my Boyer. That's our Clint Boyer
Hunt's
impression.
Brother Pizza. Boy, does that sound delicious.
Now I like Domino's better myself.
That's got a nice Castro car.
I love that car. What do you mean Gregson's not in good equipment? His teammates running top 15 and won a race last year. Don't tell me that team's not good now, because they are.
Let me go back to points to
Yeah.
fill the 16 positions in the playoffs.
Bowman's quietly had a good points year. Look at Harvick making another pass. I said Harvick would get to 6th by the end of the stage. Uh-oh. William Byron's trying to lap Joey Logano. You know how this is going to go. Is it going to be easy?
Bubba is 16th in points with 69 points.
Pretty hard to believe. Dominated this race when we were here last.
And Gregson may be a rookie, but he ran a lot of Cup races last year. For a rookie this year, he knows these cars. The Legacy Motor Club, they won the Southern 500. Yeah, yeah, and for college.
Give me 3 more laps.
I don't know if I can keep
So
you there, bud.
Noah just sucks, and he's going to flop in Cup, but I can't wait to watch it unfold. Josh Berry's running 18th.
Everybody's heart rate's up.
I love the progress I'm seeing from Josh Berry. It's only been a week, but he's already shown so much progress.
At the end of the stage,
This obviously suits Josh Berry better. Josh Berry is a career short track specialist, and this place ain't a short track, but it races like one. It's got similarities. Good for Bell. I got money on him. Byron, I need you to lap one more car. Or have Stenhouse. That's the battle for the lucky dog coming to 1 to go. Come on, Stenhouse, make it happen. Oh, God damn it, he got loose. He got back at the gas and got loose. Come on, Stenhouse. We need Stenhouse to pass Logano or Byron to lap one more car. We got 1 to go. Send it!
What a good line, Ricky.
But Joey's going to be able to roll back into that gas better up top. Stenhouse doesn't have the rear grip. Joey's car ain't great, but Stenhouse rear grip's killing him. Tyler Reddick just passed Blaney for a top 5 spot with 1 to go.
You gotta run. Oh, that's the
William Byron wins stage 1. And Stenhouse swings it out there trying to catch Logano and will not. They said Harvick would get to top 5. I said he'd get 6th. He ended up 8th. Chastain really fired up when he saw Harvick running him down. Okay, and Michael, we will say that the 43 and the 42 are above average equipment, but still, Noah's flopping, and he's going to continue to flop, and I'm here for it. He's the most overrated fucking prospect I've ever goddamn seen. He's been given every great car and somehow underachieved with them. I know he had a great year at Xfinity last year, but when you look at the shit he's driven, where's his championships? How many truck races did he win? Not that many. So he had one great season in Xfinity and got his ass whooped for the championship by Ty Gibbs, who is better than him. Ty Gibbs is better than Noah, and it's not even fucking close. The equipment was just more equal in Xfinity between Junior Motorsports and Gibbs. But Ty's talent outshined Noah every fucking time. So he's overrated, and I love watching him fail because he's such a douchebag and a tryhard. Fuck everybody that looks like him, too. Fuck Noah Gragson and everybody that fucking looks like him. I hate that I dislike Noah Gragson to the point where it makes me cheer for Ty Gibbs' continued success, just to prove me right. Yeah, Gibbs really fell off the end of that run. He started top 15, ran up in the top 10, and then Harvick came on strong. Kyle Busch got better. Suarez stayed in front of him. Buescher got really good at the end of that too. Buescher was like 14th and suddenly popped up in 11th. Yeah, I'd say of all the B tier teams, Eric Jones is the best driver of the B tier team. If I could make a tier list, maybe we need to do that. Make like a tier list of where I think each team is, and I would say like B and A. If we're going A, B, C, D, I'd say B and A's are all the teams that are going to win races. Yeah, I got a lot in A now too.
I ain't gonna say a lot, quite a few.
So maybe that's something we can do if there's ever a long red flag or something. I need something to kill time. Like, yeah, tier list. Somebody's probably made a NASCAR team's tier maker thing. And I said my favorite thing about this new car, since it's come in last year, it closed the gap from the B teams to the A teams. Mm-hmm. So they're now a lot closer. That's why you could see Eric Jones win Darlington. You could see McDowell win a race. RCR. Yeah, RCR's winning races because they got all-world talent now. But RCR and Front Row and Legacy Motor Club can all pop up and win races now because that gap's been closed. That's why we had so many different winners last year.
Stage 1 complete. The 2023
Trackhouse is like B plus knocking on the door of A. I would still put Trackhouse top of the B's. So, yeah. Consistency, they were A's. They just weren't winning. Because think about it, that's a great year. Chastain won 2 races in the spring, and Suarez won once. But they were top 5, top 10 so much. So they're right there. Just unbelievable consistency. 3 straight stage wins for Byron with a race win in it. Just don't break your legs snowboarding and you'll be primed for a championship run, William. I think Byron's got this cup racing thing figured out now. Pit road's open. Yeah. Fell off. Yeah. I'm ripping that off for my NASCAR Heat 5 paint scheme. I already said that earlier. Byron's Valvoline car, I'm ripping that off. Valvoline always has such great paint schemes. I love the old 90s Valvoline cars, the 90s and early 2000s. My SRX late model is just Larson's fucking Valvoline because you can kind of pretty much match it accurately in that video game. You should get SRX. We got to start racing in that. Do some short tracks. Race off pit road goes to Larson. He's got the first pit stop. Kyle Busch gained 5 spots. Blaney dropped 3. Yeah, Reddick falls out of the top 10. 2311's pit crew woes continue. This time it's with Reddick. Dude, I told you before, these fucked up stage links at like Phoenix and New Hampshire fucked with me because it's like, oh, it was a quick stage, and then stage 2 was like long as fuck and like the entire race. Stage 2 is the length of an entire fucking race. So I got an idea. I want to do it with the 3 of us, but I don't know when Cowboy can play or if he can play as much as we do or when we do. Wanted to make a list of 36 races, and we run 36 races over the course of however long it takes us, and we just use Winston Cup points, and winner's the champion. Whoever has the most points at the end's champion. That'd be fun. The longer races like we're doing, and do a couple a day, a few a day, whatever. That'd be fun. Sucks I have to keep track of the points, but that's easy to do. I just wish the game would do it for us. And I specifically want to use the old points just because it rewards consistency, and we're all going to be top 5 like every race. So, and I love getting to race that way because that just suits me. Like, playing NASCAR Thunder 04, I'm not like, I gotta win. I'm just like, let me get this top 5. I'm gonna win most of the race. Let me get this top 5 though. I'll keep going. I'll finish fucking 5th or better every damn race. Do a 1994 Dale Earnhardt on your ass, where he won by 444 fucking points. Dale Earnhardt in 1994. I think Mark Martin was 2nd. Go figure.
Yeah, did you see the Dolphins got Jalen Ramsey?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Do I think Jones is better than Brad? I honestly, I would say RFK is like bottom of the B team at best. RFK, I can't figure out. They're either like high level C team or bottom B team. So I don't trust Roush. But you saw what Buescher was able to do. Buescher and Keselowski at Bristol last year, and how well Brad's running today. And on the right racetrack, they can run well. They're very specific about the kinds of racetracks they seem to excel on. Super speedways and short tracks. Everything else is a mixed bag. I think Buescher's got good road course potential, though. He showed a lot of muscle on road courses when he was in Xfinity driving for Roush. Stewart Haas is a tricky one to think about. Are they still an A? They still got to be an A, right? They're inconsistent, but Stewart Haas is still an A team, I'd say.
Here are the stage points earned.
That's where it gets
Stage
tricky.
1, William Byron, stage winner 2 weeks in a row. Kyle Larson, then the Toyotas 3, 4, 5. Ryan Blaney. And Kyle Busch got the
Every
right
time I
stage
hear
points.
this, I just think of
Well,
that
you know when you come here,
Extremely
when they've taken that outside, he didn't want to be.
We're going to take the green on lap 69. Go Chase. We're going to Georgia, and Chase ain't even in the fucking race next week. This is bullshit.
Neither is Bill.
Neither is Bill. They didn't even get Bill to replace him. Who cares that he's 67 years old? He drove the fuck out of that SRX car in Nashville year before last.
You know, Larry chimed in and told me right here that you're looking at a 10-2 with a 5 that won off the pit road in a 24.
I like Josh Berry so much, I'd wear some 9 stuff next week.
That stall itself as well.
If it didn't all have Chase Elliott's name on it, I love Chase too, but I'm a big Josh Berry fan. AJ was running 20th. He sped on pit road anyway. Ty Dillon ran 30th or whatever, too fast. Was Reddick getting...
Is going to be on Tyler Reddick's car.
They just penalized Tyler Reddick.
Center lock wheels. The wheel nut came off
Huh.
on him.
Damn.
As we get ready for this restart.
Sorry, saw something in the grandstands. Larson with a good launch. Byron matches it. They take the shortcut. Larson and Bill. Larson's got to get out and set sail. That ain't going to happen, though. Or is he? Did he get back in the gas sooner than the 24? He did. Not clear, though.
Yeah, they're on the outside. They know how hard it is to get clean air. The battle for clean air is so important.
Really don't. Late in the run, you kind of run a little off the bottom.
Definitely the fast way.
So did William. He didn't get that choice.
I'm talking about if we're side by side at 3, the outside ain't going to
Not gonna
Nah.
work this time.
crossover.
He's gonna try to cross over.
Woo! Damn, Byron going really low.
Going to the pits.
Oh, man.
Definitely here at the beginning.
You hit the commitment line.
Down below the line in 1 and too.
Ross was good early in the first round, and he faded.
His nose in there, so staying very low at that end really pays off.
I think you're going to see a little bit of difference in this run. It'll look different. Everybody got a chance to adjust on their cars.
Harvick and Kyle Busch have been battling all day long.
Sliding around a bunch. Busch was in trouble.
Hopefully Kyle doesn't do Harvick like he did Chandler Smith yesterday. Harvick will punch you in the face for that.
Busher must be running the Seahawks car.
Yeah. Ross, you wreck my fucking best bet today. I'm going to kill you.
Chastain on the bottom, battling Christopher Bell. That's for 4th place.
Oof.
And here's some audio from Kyle Busch in 8th place.
Kyle Busch audio. This ought to be good.
Obviously, we're one of the only ones that's really been able to pass. What's that? Yay! Are you having fun? Are we having fun? Right now, yeah. Yeah, right now we are. Have more fun once you get to the lead.
All right, this battle for 4th won't quit. Bell on the high side, Chastain on the bottom. Jamie.
And just a little bit more on the 8 of Kyle Busch. He said he wants that right rear planted, so they freed him up a little bit with air pressure and a wedge.
Bell and Chastain. Again and again.
Gained 5 spots.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Woo! Here comes Brad. Brad got to the outside of Ross.
Track, slipping, sliding around. You pick me up in positions in the pits. I'll praise you. Take you to dinner. Do whatever it takes, man.
What?
I'm sure he'll praise him if he can have a good long run speed. Kyle Busch was fast, but then it seemed like he dropped off a little bit, and that's where you see him battle it out. We're in car with Kevin right there. Kevin seemed like he took off about the point in time when Kyle fell off.
Ross Chastain is showing even when his tires start to fall off, he's still exceptionally good at getting in the way. You saw how much he held up Harvick late in stage 1, because Harvick looked like he was on a fast track to the top 5 until he got to Ross.
And that's one of Clint's stage 2 questions. Which of these two drivers will have the faster lap by the end of stage 2? And also, you get to guess how many yellow flag laps there will be between start of the race and the end of stage 2.
Well, I try to take care of my people. I don't know why I do this. I'm putting $10,000 out on the line, and then I try to help them out. I told them, pick that 9-race winner, Kevin Harvick.
It is hilarious how much better the 5 and the 24 are than everybody. And when it happens 2 weeks in a row, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Let's clean up the issue of Tyler Reddick. Yes, they had a slow stop because the nut came off of the hub, but he did not leave the pit box until they replaced it. So no penalty
on Reddick.
Stop for Reddick.
Makes sense.
7 positions on the pit stop. He has since gained 4 of them back on the track.
Well, I can tell you.
Didn't Chastain fall out of the top 10 and he's 5th
Just
now?
like we saw last weekend, whoever beats whoever out of the pits, that's who takes off and leads the race.
Can't wait to hear Denny Hamlin's dull-ass podcast tomorrow.
Hanging a tenth and a half on his teammate.
I think every week Denny's podcast is going to get more and more dull because he's going to feel more and more hopeless about being able to beat the 5 and the 24. That is all his podcast is good for, though, is learning. Like, you will learn about, like, who's going to be good this week, and Denny will know, and he'll say it. And he's called it every fucking week, dude. Every week, Denny's been like at Fontana, I think Kyle Busch going to be good there. So I think Chevy's got a speed on the high-speed tracks. And then last week, it was fucking, Hendrick car's going to be strong again. I'm hoping we can run right there with him, top 5. He was right. He ran right there with him. He was, like, one of the few. But his podcast is so goddamn dull and so short it passes no time at work. It kills me.
That's what Denny Hamlin is. He wastes of time.
Don't tell Southern Cowboy that. That's his favorite driver. Started teasing him last night. I said, Denny Hamlin cut me off. I said, you know championship having motherfucker. And he goes, hey. You know championship having motherfucker. Alex Bowman's better this run. He's 12th. He's creeping up there. He'll get to 3rd. Sooner or later today, the 48 will be 3rd. Is this the big 3? And they all drive for the same damn team. Man, it's cold in here, but I don't want to shut my window. You cold?
I'm fine now.
Okay.
I got my jacket.
You know what? I'm gonna put a
It's
hoodie on.
It's a little chill.
It's
just
chill,
a little bit chill.
But you know how hot this room gets.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why I took my jacket off. I got a little warm, but
Oh, I'm finding my hoodie. I never get to wear a hoodie anymore because I'm always hot 24/7.
Now that's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll just wear this.
That's my NASCAR.
Where's my NASCAR? I ain't wore this lately because it's been fucking hot. Fuck the hoodie. I got the Kiss robe. It's been hot here. It's not been like super hot in North Carolina, but like warm enough to where it stays hot in the house, and it's not so hot that you want to turn on the AC. By the way, I think my double down is here. This is huge. I'll be right back.
That's what she said. Double down is huge.
Huge. They had it, right? Because I was like, it's got to be too good to be true. So guys, I got 2 spicy double downs and some KFC fries.
In November, NASCAR will
Yeah, boy.
return here to Phoenix to crown a champion in the Cup Series. Who will be the 4 drivers that battle for that championship? You could make a case for Kyle Larson. He and William Byron have led every lap so far, all 83 of them, with Larson out front by 1 full second. Let's give you an update on the
Somebody
Cooper
going
Racing
about
family.
7 years of
Denny
stage
Hamlin
racing,
started
and
second,
they
running
wanted to
third.
get a
Daniel
little
Suarez
progress
in
bar at the
13th.
top.
Yeah, I like the progress bar. It's like the race is loading. Speaking of loading, WWE 2K23 downloaded to my PlayStation, and I wish last week I would have asked Ben to let me work Monday and have Tuesday off. But fuck it, because I know tomorrow night at midnight when I'm playing at Ben, I'm gonna be like, but fuck it. I want to take my time and enjoy this shit. This is gonna be delicious. I'm gonna eat the fries first and save the fucking sandwiches. Build up anticipation. KFC fries ain't that bad. I remember hearing when KFC's like, we're getting fries. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Their tater wedges were still better though.
I mean, that can definitely be just a driver tendency for sensitivity. I'm just saying that because
And yeah, we say tater wedges here.
it's how sometimes a driver will feel the car through the
Gotta go to the damn
steering wheel,
drop-in to get
sometimes
good
it's
tater
the
wedges.
throttle, sometimes it's off the right front, sometimes it's off the right rear.
Drop-in tater wedges so good, I gotta eat like 50 of them, I'm pretty sure.
Preference for how they test the limit.
I always get like a dozen and it's not enough.
Here with Chase Briscoe. See how solid his wheel is in the middle of the corner? He's fighting a tight condition in the middle and it starts getting snappy. You see him twitching up
when
off.
they cut off
Right to
the
take the
rank
middle of
has
the corner, then it kind of goes to the middle. Definitely tight. This is back
That Twitter account had one for Danica last week. Oh!
Look at the gap. 3 seconds.
Like the 45 of Tyler Reddick, continuing to have a good run today. You mentioned
KFC
the
fries
double
are fucking
dip
weird,
over the left
man.
front, but
They're
in
weird.
that race car, he has
Like
been
too
very
pushy
happy
and
while
too
other
salty,
drivers
but somehow
complaining
still
about
good.
handling characteristics. Tyler
It's the
Reddick says
season.
his car is pretty close to neutral, so keep it
Yeah.
up with him as these tires start to wear out again. JD?
I miss when Zaxby's actually used to season their goddamn fries. Now they put like a little sprinkling on it.
He got a bad qualifying run, was just too free. They tightened up the car for this race, but a lot of the same. Free on both ends. They tried to tighten him up there.
Sitting here, Bubba's up to 15th, pointing that out. Truex running 18th. At a track Truex is pretty good at.
One of the things that I've noticed is just how in the lead, obviously, William Byron pulled away. Kyle Larson's on the radio.
Oh my
during
God,
the-
that was a
during the
mouthful
yellow
of
saying
seasoning.
that
That was
Williams
gross,
just that
actually.
much faster, but now Kyle out in the front, and he's commanding the lead. So I'm just
It's
seeing
like us
how
playing.
critical it is
Yeah.
to have clean air, and we're seeing how challenging it is to actually get by a car. Dirty air is. Track position's going to be a big deal today.
I think that's why those two teammates race each other so hard on the front side of that first lap. It's so important to beat one another to that clean air. Best story of the day, Brad Keselowski. Last year, his first
Oh,
year
Harvick
of
and Reddick
car
almost come
racing,
together.
He did not run a single lap in the top 10
Reddick
at
got
Phoenix in
tired.
either race. Today, that number number 6 has been in the top 10 every lap so far. What a turnaround. Spent some time with him. He was obviously on the pre-race, but I spent quite a bit of time with him before the race down in the garage area, just trying to figure out where that is.
What a wasted bet. But the other ones I was considering was Blaney or Harvick. Blaney or Harvick was my other two that I was considering.
It's nice to see that hard work and dedication.
I'm all in with
pay
that.
off. Very, very solid.
Obviously, I should have considered William Byron.
I'm glad that
Battling pretty hard at this point in the race. You see the 4 and the 45.
Now, if Larson wins this
wheel
race,
banging,
I'm not
going down the back straight, the
just because I
dog
already
leg.
have a feeling.
You're trying to get every position you can. It's
I might
obviously
just start collecting this
very
thing.
challenging to pass. So when you finally make it happen,
So Larry Mack, 125 laps in this
But I think
stage. How do you want to break this up?
What's up, Todd?
Because the first run when Byron had the lead, Larson was like 2.5.
Yeah, Byron's got a better car.
I'm going to split it in half, which is somewhere around 55 to 60 laps.
Byron's got a slightly better car, but because clean air, Larson's just out front. But they're so equal, Byron can't do nothing unless Larson makes a big mistake. But when Byron gets out front, gone. Yeah.
You cannot be far behind them.
Same as last week.
Oh, does this mean Byron's going to dominate?
Look at this battle between
You guys are watching a rerun. If you want to know what's going to happen in this race, watch last week.
the last 12 laps as they work their way past Josh Berry. Well, when they did it with
And I was just about to ask, where's Eric Almirola? And they started showing him. Fox can read my mind.
They ended up getting sorted out, but those guys were getting
Yeah,
pretty
Byron's
cushy.
really good at Atlanta. He won there last year.
That have had a tough start to the season, getting caught up in other people's
I
crashes.
ate most of the fries. I can't wait anymore.
Kevin Harvick pounding that 6 Keselowski. Trying to move
The
around.
double
They told
down.
me you gotta not run in the wake of that car in front of you.
Can I
Move
get a
around,
double
stay
down?
out of that air.
you see Brad stick his hand out the
Oh,
window.
yeah.
He's low.
Look at that
He
shit.
doesn't want to fight that, right? I mean, sometimes you just cut your losses,
like
but you saw Brad stick
But it tastes amazing. And they're bigger than they used to be. They used to not be this big.
Can I get a double down, but I only want one piece of chicken? Because I'm trying to watch that.
The double down's bigger than it used to be.
Maybe I read
These
that
guys are
wrong.
racing each other hard. You have to. Every position counts. Very,
healthier
very
than
important. Hard to come by.
You're liking Danica in the boot? Well, better her be in the boot than be on the racetrack, so I guess I'm with you.
Over.
Here comes the 24.
Let's listen in on the leader. I think the 5 car's starting to slip and slide around, get loose, sliding up out of that line. Can't hold it down like Cliff wants him to. Needs some adjustments. Maybe when he can't catch him. William Byron closes in as the Hendrick Chevys run 4.5 seconds ahead of Christopher Bell. Kyle Larson, your leader.
Sorry you have to listen to me eat.
ASMR.
You hear that? These things are bigger now. They really are. That's what's blowing me away. Because used to,
Damn.
the
So
commercials,
that explains a lot.
the commercials made them look like huge, and then you get them, they'd be like half the size of this. So I was like, yeah, give me 2. This, I think 1 could almost fill me up. Next, they need to bring back the Doublelicious. That was where you'd have one of these. You'd have all the same shit, but it'd be on like this Hawaiian sweetbread kind of thing. Oh, it was so good. It was called the Doublelicious.
Cheetos chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
Did you ever try that one?
Should I have tried that one?
I heard it was pretty shitty. I never tried it. I just heard it was shitty. It looked good.
You know what else sucked at KFC? The KFC barbecue honey gold, whatever the fuck. That shit was awful. But damn, it's good. It's falling apart. Trying to keep it intact. Don't want to take one of them load-bearing bots, you know, where you bite it and the whole thing just goes bleh, and falls apart.
Disaster in the floor.
They could put it together a little neater next time. They just kind of slapped it all together. They'd be getting a bad Yelp review.
Well, for $10 an hour, what would you do?
Now, they make more than that there, surely.
What do
Because them fast food places all went up on pay when the pandemic hit. No, my company's the one that's like, we ain't raising pay. Oh, we can't keep store staff. We got to cut hours, too. Shit. Still feel bad I didn't work yesterday, but I was home. I have to be in a really weird mood. Nobody has ever caught me in a weird enough mood where I'm off and they go, do you want to come in? I'd be like, yeah. It's possible, but it ain't happened yet.
102 laps complete. If you think you're watching last week's race at Vegas, well, this has
I made that joke already.
to it up front. William Byron, Kyle Larson, currently the leader, and they have led every lap so far. All green flags except for...
If this race was a band, it would be AC/DC. I do love AC/DC.
Here today's lap leader, sponsored by Novartis. It's a short list. Kyle Larson, William Byron. Christopher Bell.
It's not that spicy, but I've taken so many bots, it's starting to feel spicy.
Hamlin by about a second, but remains 4 seconds off the lead.
Running some pretty sporty lap times, though.
Michael, I bet on the third place car. That's all you could ask for today.
By the end of this thing, a couple more adjustments and get this hot rod where it needs to be. Go after the Hendrick cars.
That's the good part about Larson being in the lead. That's when you catch him.
He's got a better shot.
Close to within about 0.3 of a second of Kyle Larson, and now he's dropped back by the same amount. What's up there?
It's not that you can't pass, it's just you guys are literally driving the same car. You guys are driving the same cars. You could pass this whole field, just not the guys that are driving the same shit as you.
I think you're going to do exactly what they're starting to get into. You use these lap cars, and it's not, you're watching where they'll move up out of the groove, getting that bottom. As they start getting the guys that are racing to stay on the lead lap, they're not going to get in the bottom. He's going to have to, that's going to force the leader Larson to move up out of the groove. That gives William an opportunity.
Kevin made that pass on Racing look pretty easy.
Perfectly
He
pet
caught
screen
him, and he
moment.
got by him in the middle of 3 and 4, cleared him, and Ross didn't even get a run down the front straightaway. So I think your pick, Clint, for Kevin being the one at the end at the top, I think is a pretty good bet. He looks super solid, and he got by Ross Chastain easily.
They don't call him a closer for nothing.
Next Sunday, we are headed to the high banks in Atlanta. We're now at super speedway style pack
See you there.
Race day, 1:30 Eastern on FS1. Race day moves to Fox at 2. Green flag just after 3 o'clock Eastern time on Fox.
We'll talk about wild. That racetrack get you on your feet. Pretty much a super speed.
Oh yeah, they sent me an email. Your event has a new start time. Instead of 2:30, it's 3 p.m. Because God forbid we start earlier.
Ryan Blaney holds off Kyle Busch for 8th place. As you look back from the Cheddar's onboard camera on Busch's Chevy. And we're about a dozen laps away from when Larry Mack expects pit stops. So we'll be back for those.
Well, they don't want to miss the pit stops.
William Byron now by 3/4 of a second.
Michael's bets are doing well, so you're in the ballpark. So am I.
What does Michael got?
Busher, Briscoe, Hamlin. I think that's who he's got. Briscoe's better than he was earlier, but he still ain't near the front.
I'm not betting on Briscoe to run any races this year.
I know they changed aero packages, but it's the same fucking cars. How was Logano running 20th? And you saw what he did just a couple months ago when they raced here. I know it's different aero packages. That wouldn't change that much on who's going to be good or bad. Like, what the fuck?
He broke the track record over the weekend.
And there's shit during the race.
I still feel like he's got a chance. I don't know why. I just fights with them things. Whole race runs green, and the last 40 laps get so fucking chaotic it just don't even make any sense.
Xfinity race yesterday was crazy.
I watched the highlights of it.
I like how the NASCAR YouTube channel's highlight video for the 600 last year is like 35 minutes long, and those videos usually don't go past 15 minutes. It's like a lot happened.
That the Xfinity race one was about 12, 13 minutes. It was alright.
Yeah, my grandpa yelling at the cats, right? Because when he sits down to eat, they all circle around him. He's like, "Go away!" And they just look at him like, they don't move. They're like, "You're going to give us food. We ain't scared of you." If I say, "Get the fuck on," Ozzy takes off because he knows I mean it. But those other cats, they'll take off when I tell them to leave. But if he does it, they're just like, whatever. Bubbles, our dog, she's the same way. Bubbles, come here, come on, come on. She just went, I go, Bubbles, now. She's like, fuck.
The fastest lap. That was William Byron back on lap 3, followed by Kyle Larson at lap 4. Denny Hamlin's fastest lap was lap 4, and Brad Keselowski on the 5th lap of the race. Christopher
back
on lap 2. And they have all run up in the top 8 positions for most of this day. But here's our leader, Kyle Larson, starting to get into lap traffic.
I think this is going to be interesting how this leads the crew into pulling him into the pits. You know, lap traffic, we've heard from everybody, is impossible to pass. It took him 2 laps to get by the 77. I don't know. I think this might be a question of whether or not Kyle will come in sooner than later, or if William will try and undercut him just a little bit and pit that lap earlier to try and see if he can pass him on the stop.
Well, Larry Mack, last year, I don't think we had any green flag pit stops in this race, did we?
No, we didn't, Mike, but I'm going to tell you what, this is a tricky pit road.
Remember last year, everybody said the spring race at Phoenix sucked, and I was like, it was pretty good. But we all knew what it could be like if it wasn't that good. And sure enough, the playoff race was terrible.
Busted for speeding on pit road here, especially down there in that curve.
Yeah, so that opens the door up for, okay.
Remember, pit road speed is not necessarily your miles per hour, how fast you're going. It's like speed over distance is how NASCAR measures it. So Dale Jr. at Bristol in 2010 got caught for speeding on pit road. He's like, how the fuck does speed? He went really low around the corner because you know that Bristol pit road, you got to go on the apron. Junior went as close to the wall as you could and cut it, and it just increased his like speed over distance. And they're like, you're speeding. So that's what they're saying, when you could speed easier through that curve in the pit road.
They're the ones that aren't going to give him that bottom.
And we have a taker. It's Dennis Hamlin.
Jamie.
That's right. First taker, Denny Hamlin makes his way down pit road. They took a swing at it after that first stop. He was free in tight through the middle. Wanted to snug it up a little bit as the guys go to work. Right side tires here. They already made that air pressure adjustment. You see the tear off there.
It's so big. Larson pitting.
Exactly that. 5 and the 24. As soon as he brought them
They pitted
in,
together.
he was a good
This is where the race could be won and lost later today.
Here they come. Jamie.
Damn, Bell's right there.
William Byron.
Bell gained on him big time.
This car has been so good. It's just one problem, and that's been his teammate ahead of him.
Check that 20 cars pit road speed. Jeez.
It's been good on that first stop. Air pressure adjustment, 4 tires here, Regan.
The 20 Christopher Bell, that race car needs a little bit more front turn, but the team predicted if they got hot and slick today like it is, they felt like
Yeah.
it would be very strong in the 5 of Kyle Larson. Lots of updates.
Sorry, my Hendrick instincts kicked in.
He's been trying third gear a couple times, just working his tools inside of that race car.
Under green flag conditions, Larson is going to beat his teammate off pit road. Ross Chastain assumes the lead from Brad Keselowski. Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, and Chris Buescher.
Christopher Bell, they had trouble on pit road.
Bell's got trouble.
Slow pit stop for the 20. Couldn't quite tell what was going on there, but definitely a slow stop.
Just like the championship race, Bell's pit crew fucking.
One car's tight running the bottoms of turn 1 and 2, but the back of the car is out of the track everywhere on him. And radio issues on the one car, they had to switch radio channels during that run.
You ever seen Shawshank Redemption? Remember the running joke? What are you in jail for? Lawyer fucked me. Why didn't you win that race? Pit crew fucked me. Every driver. Pit crew fucked me.
Back to the lead as Keselowski makes his stop.
And he already has it. How far back is he?
So things cycle around now with all the lead lap cars, save Austin Dillon having been to pit road.
You heard Larry talk about it. No mistakes on that pit road. It'd be irritating to see if everybody makes it out of this thing unscathed. No speeding penalties. So a lot of guys having a little bit of trouble in the stall. There it is, 34 and 8.
Kyle Busch and Michael McDowell too fast on pit road.
Stalled on the right rear. Got hung up.
Finishing up, green flag pit stops.
Byron took the gas tank with him and took out a...
And the other guy flopped like he was trying to get a flag in the NFL. Man. Can't get over how big this fucking sandwich is.
You doubled down on the double down?
I doubled down on the double down.
Nice.
I'm struggling, but it's good. Although, KFC chicken just ain't what it used to be. It's not. And I taste the difference.
I try to remember that a lot of times. I feel like it's the people that work there care less and less and less and less.
That's true. I've looked up reviews of people who work at KFC. It's like, staff don't fucking care, management don't care. Chicken, the product fucking sucks.
I think back to like when my mom worked at Hardee's and we used to have to go sit at work with her when nobody could babysit us.
Oh God.
We were like probably 9 or 10. And this is how it was. A bunch of old people worked in there. A bunch of older people cared about getting shit done. Now when you go in there, nobody cares about doing anything.
You know, I sound like a boomer about my store, but working at a Dollar General, if you're not a manager, it's not fucking hard.
It's not.
It's fucking not. Why do you think I'm still there after about a year? It's not hard.
I've never worked at Dollar General. I worked in a convenience store.
But it's not fucking hard. I do the hardest thing in there. Physically the hardest thing.
It's hard because you actually have to do something.
Yeah, you're up moving around.
You don't get to sit on your ass.
I love those days when the truck first get there, though, and the first thing you want to get out of the way is the big U-boats with all the toilet paper and shit. All the toilet paper and all that stuff is like from here up, so you ain't got to be bending down or nothing. But then you get those days where it's like, this thing's on the bottom shelf. Oh, fuck. This thing's up here. Oh, fuck. Oh, this box is heavy. Oh, fuck. It's bad. But the days where you're just doing toilet paper and tissue and paper towels, easy fucking day. Excuse me. Michael has a $110 golf bet going today.
Nice.
You know, this was a momentous occasion, but KFC chicken still sucks. I'm sorry. Just, it's spicy and all the shit on it covers it up, but I can still taste what. Yeah, it's just that crappy modern KFC shit. So,
Pit stops, Kyle Larson, your leader.
give the double down a 7 out of 10 at best, but it's better than what they usually have.
As you saw, with 127 laps complete. Here's your aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. Let's clean up.
I bet they were snickering. This motherfucker ordered 2 of these.
Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, and Austin Cindric. And Kyle Busch has dug himself a hole in the desert. There's an uncontrolled tire. That's a penalty. And he was nabbed for speeding on pit road.
So does Kyle Busch have to do
That is
2 penalties?
Second penalty for the number 8.
Kevin Harvick, 4th.
Pit member on William Byron's team that you saw go to the ground during that stop. He has brushed it off. He's okay. And will continue.
I was worried.
Rub some dirt on that shit. He'll be all right.
Denny Hamlin now 7 back. That gap's increased. Kevin Harvick 9.5 back. So Harvick up into the top 5.
Hey guys, Austin Dillon's first car lap down.
He needs these long runs. Car doesn't really take off on a short run. It takes literally
Logano's
25, 30
getting beat
laps
by
before it really starts showing up in his favor. Talking about Kevin Harvick in the 4.
But you just said
At least Austin Dillon can say he's ahead of Kyle Busch now.
He
somehow, some way, Rodney Childers is going to have to get him probably a little bit free, you know, to take off, and the car comes to him on the long run. Doesn't get tight in the middle quite as much as everybody else. But yes, it's all about the fall off, you know, equation, and somehow they're going to have to get that thing going. You're talking about the end of this race and the closing lap, so he can get competitive on a takeoff.
Probably the biggest loser on those pit stops was Christopher Bell. He came in third, but had a 19-second pit stop and came out 8th. Jamie.
You guys talk about the Ford. Kevin Harvick, he's up 11 spots since the start of the race. I talked to him this morning, and he said the key to today's race is going to be to have a car that is universal, meaning you can move around, run the bottom, run the middle, run the top. He's pretty much been able to do that. His only feedback, though, he needs more front turn. They've made the back better, but he wanted an adjustment for the front turn, and that's what they just gave him on that last stop.
Well, that's that center, right? Everybody's been talking about these cars all weekend long being loose in, loose off, but tight in the center. If he needs some more turn, needs that thing to rotate in the middle.
I feel like a strength of Kevin's is how smooth he is, and he makes very little mistakes. And so
Kevin Harvick going to close it out and steal this one.
Long run is that he's tight in the center, but he's not abusing the car.
Well, hey, that experience pays off somewhere. It's got to.
I'd rather be watching F1 at Monaco. Lewis said somehow they made it worse.
It's not worse. It's just there's two dominant cars. This is one of those races. Look from third on back how competitive it's been. It's just one team's got it figured out.
This reminds me of a race.
And I said,
Looking at the leaderboard reminds me of a race.
I called this today when I turned my stream on. I said Larson's going to stink this up and everybody's going to think the package still sucks. It could be better, sure, but it's still an improvement over last year. It's just now one team's got the shit figured out. Well,
Somebody asked me the question I want to ask. Somehow this is the fucking championship race.
I said that in what year was it? End of 2018. They said the championship race is going to Phoenix. I was like, what? So, by the way, 5 years ago, I was dead against this, for the record. You can actually, I could pull up if I could go through my Facebook memories to the day. I was sitting in the airport. I was on my way to New York City, and I was in the airport at a layover in Philadelphia. And I saw next year's schedule release, Phoenix is the championship race. I went, what the fuck? That was in 2019. 2020 was the first year where the Phoenix championship race, but they announced it in 19. I was in the airport, and I said, this is fucking shit. Phoenix? And I said, why don't you just rename the championship the Kevin Harvick Lifetime Achievement Award? Because that's all it's going to be. Oh, my God, a battle.
Trying to gain them positions back from that slow pit stop. Brad doesn't want anything of it. Going to be another 3 wide right here.
So, yeah, I've been against Phoenix for day one. Almirola hit the wall. There's Almirola with the race-altering caution.
Tire explode. The wheel left the hub. It's rolling around by itself. And nobody hits it.
Caution's out.
And that's not the entire wheel.
Somebody comes down and hits that fucker at full speed.
That's a good chunk of it.
Yep. So the first caution for cause in this race comes out at lap 139. Almirola trying to rebound from a crash at the end of the race last week when somebody got up in his line, bringing out the yellow flag.
Something broke, gave way. It just took a hard ride, and then all of a sudden that wheel spits out. I'd say whether it came off, got loose, or something, that has something to do with what happened. That wheel.
I ate 2 burgers.
Shut that license music off. I'm actually going to shut my window. I give up. It's cold. I didn't eat all of that second double down because it got down to where it was just that shitty KFC chicken, and I was like, no thanks. Ugh. Damn, it's cold. I shut my window. Michael, you're right. You said, Michael Porter said yesterday, I was like, bet on a Chevy. Bet on a Hendrick Chevy or bet on a Chevy. And he said, then you take Logano and Bell. Well, Bell's right there with him. So I just didn't see this Logano thing coming. But if Bell doesn't get fucked on pit road, he's third right now. So
Logano's still in the lead lap. I'm not sold to this race again. I refuse to get my hopes up that he will finish a lap down until I actually see it.
I was trying to find a video this morning on YouTube that made me laugh. It was on Raw a couple months back. And I can't remember who it was wrestling. I think he was wrestling Dominic Mysterio, so Rhea Ripley's outside the ring. And the guy goes, "Hey, mommy! Hey, mommy!" And Rhea Ripley right next to the camera, loud as fuck. And you can hear it on TV. He goes, "Hi, dickhead!" I was like, she shouldn't have said that close to the damn camera. "Hi, dickhead!" Everything that woman does is so cool. Yeah, we're about to go off on our weekly wrestling tangent. Women relate to women, men relate to men. So whenever we've watched wrestling, it's like, who's the coolest wrestler? It's always a guy, right? Rhea Ripley's like the first female wrestler. I'm like, she's just fucking cool and a badass. Lita, like people say Lita, but I never bought Lita.
That's how I felt with fucking Becky.
Becky Lynch. Yeah, she's another one. She's one I would say. Her and Rhea Ripley.
She was one that transferred me over to like, all right, I think I like the women's division.
Yeah, I love women's wrestling because of people like Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch.
The Bella sister or the Bella twins, but I just felt like they were more of a reality show.
Yeah. Nikki got to where she was a pretty good wrestler. Dylan just mentioned like the Bellas. Nikki Bella turned into a pretty damn good wrestler later on in her career. But Rhea Ripley's just fucking cool as shit. Like, she just looks awesome. She dresses cool as fuck. One of the hottest women on the planet. That helps, but geez, she's just cool as shit. Her music's great. Her look is great. Her fucking work in the ring is believable because she's built like a brick shit house and can throw these little bitches around. And she ain't even that tall. She just broad-shouldered and fucking just stacked, goddammit. Fantasize about that woman carrying me around. Back on. Whoever wins the race off pit road and gets the best restart going to lead the next 40 laps. So settle in. I still ain't watched SmackDown from Friday. I gotta do that. I slipped last night. I fell asleep early. Fell asleep at like 10:30. I was gonna watch SmackDown late last night. Excuse me. Larson, Byron, Hamlin, Harvick, and Ross Chastain, the top five. Bell lost the spot. Suarez up in the top 10. This race would be so good if the 4 and the 11 were like half as good as the two cars in front of them. This would be a great race. Let me go to social media and see that the NASCAR world's on fire because their short track package didn't work. It's like, I promise it's working. It's just, you don't understand. I like how fuckers will watch Formula One for an entire season and it's boring as fuck, and then they'll watch one bad NASCAR race. That's the end of the fucking world. Like, so yeah, it's like watching F1 every week. Except Lewis Hamilton's not here to fucking hit people in the corner and cry about it afterwards.
NASCAR sacrificing Almirola again.
No, it needs to be Chuck Norris with the fucking sniper rifle. You've seen that video, right?
Oh, dude. Eric has been a caution every race.
Yeah, there's been an Eric Almirola caution every week. He's turning into 2020 John Hunter Nemechek.
Most that he's been okay in half.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty bad to say. You should have retired, Eric. I love you, but you should have.
Deron Payne has just become the highest paid defensive tackle in NFL history that's not named Aaron Donald. Got a 4-year contract, $90 million guaranteed, or $60 million guaranteed, but $90 million overall. Dylan, you think Joe Logano's new hair is getting out of control? You guys can't see the stupid picture I showed him. I would not smash female Joey Logano. I love that Twitter account. Best wrestling bumps. Watch when Shawn Michaels flips Kurt Angle over the top rope. God damn. No wonder Kurt Angle can barely fucking walk. I saw Shawn Michaels and thought immediately it's going to be something Shawn did because he's fucking amazing. No, it was Kurt Angle. Anything worse or more painful than watching Kurt Angle do that goddamn moonsault and the person moves and he just goes wham on the fucking ground. He was doing that shit in TNA when he was already half crippled. Kevin Mann on the Attitude Era podcast said, "Oh, don't worry. If Kurt Angle misses you with that moonsault, his fucking IV stand's going to hit you on the way down." Ooh, Zelina Vega. She has no right being that hot. No right. No right. Sorry, I'm scrolling Twitter because there's nothing going on in this fucking race.
Here in Phoenix. Coming to the choose.
Who cares about the choose? You see the two cars on the front row, one of them's going to take off. I bet the 24 or the 5 wins the stage. You know, I really enjoyed stage 1, but stage 2 got kind of tedious so far. Todd, I'm with you about Rhea Ripley in the Mae Young Classic. That was where I first noticed her. And, you know, she still had the pretty blonde girl look going on. Then I'm like, there's something special about this chick. Like, she is fucking jacked. She wasn't even that big yet, but she was in amazing shape, and her work was fucking great. And she had such a strong look even before she went all goth and everything. Some of them just have it. Some wrestlers just have it. She was one of them. And she's only getting better.
And Jones to get back on the lead lap for this restart.
39 laps to go in this miserable. God, this racetrack sucks in real life. It sucks in the game. It sucks everywhere.
So here they come to the guy.
And we get to watch a championship be decided here. Ain't that great?
In stage 2. Larson and Byron class in the field all day. Let's see if Hamlin or Harvick have anything.
Larson kind of suckered Byron there. You see that? Byron wanted to roll, but he had to back up to not beat Larson. And then Larson went late in the restart box. And the Hendrick cars have already got a 2-car length gap on the rest of the field. Larson pulls ahead on the bottom. Third on back. It's a great race, though. Just pretend you're watching the race for the lead, but it's third place. Oh, man. Chastain, Brad, and Bill. Ah, Ross. Bill. I didn't know who to watch there, Bill or Ross. They ended up coming together. China was physically the best looking wrestler, but she was a terrible actual wrestler. She never had the ring work to back up how good she looked. Beth Phoenix was ahead of her time. Beth Phoenix was great and still is. The work she and Rhea Ripley did in that tag team match a couple weeks ago made me, I was like, that should be the fucking WrestleMania match. Beth versus Rhea, not this Charlotte Flair shit. Oh, Joey. I thought Joey was about to wreck Josh Berry being a dumbass. He tried to wreck Truex earlier today doing the same thing.
Was he making the move or was someone making it on him?
Josh Berry, 14th on the lead lap. Bowman's top 10. Yeah. I don't like it.
It just shows how much work is done in the off season. You know, William Byron said that before the race started, asking him about how do you start the race off, how do you start the season off so well, winning in the first 5 races the last 3 years in a row. And he said it's the team, it's all the work that they do. In the
Harvick third.
Make up speed.
Well, the game's changed.
If Harvick could get in third and have the last 100 laps go green, he might have a shot.
You know, taking
I'm watching this.
Maybe.
He's not really down for the back.
Josh Berry's being put in a lot of weird positions here.
Changes the game for these teams.
Josh Berry 3 wide in the middle. Ooh. Yeah, you can't say Busher didn't give him plenty of room. He did. Oh, Briscoe went a little wide. Got back in the gas, though. Josh Berry's actually getting to race this week. Last week he was hanging on for dear life. He's actually getting to race this week.
I think it's going to come down to it because as soon as it clears up, you've got a handful at the wheel with the sliding around all over the track. Who's tight?
I'm telling you, don't look down.
Hamlin's falling off. Bell's getting back to where he was.
He's in that third place. He's finally got the track position. Let's see if this long run speed that he's had all day long can do something with these Hendrick guys in the back half of this run here.
Man, he is showing up, I think. I mean, he has made up a lot of ground. He's been super strong every run. And now he's about the only one that's really been gapping anyone other than Kyle and William gapping people in second. Here comes Kevin.
Chase Briscoe, Chris Busher continue their battle. This is for 13th. And right behind them, Josh Berry and Joey Logano. And Ryan Priest. And then Ty Gibbs, who got the waiver round, or excuse me, got the free pass on this last caution. Here is Gibbs.
I'd like to tell NASCAR something, and it's a big secret. Are you guys ready? Until you give them more horsepower, the shit is not going to change.
Duck power, not horsepower. Horsepower don't work. We need duck power.
Logano still trying to wreck Josh Berry.
Casual contact, if that. Maybe just enough to take the lettering off the tires. Just enough to let him know you're there. Hey, that's one thing. Looking at that, and I've watched
Chris Busher permanently 3 wide in this race.
And that Josh Berry, I've watched Al Mirola move him. I've watched there's people that are showing him the introduction of the Cup Series.
And here they go, 3 wide again. Oh! I thought Busher was getting hooked into Briscoe. Busher was about to be head on into Briscoe. Yeah, Harvick's catching William Byron. Neither of them's catching Larson, because Larson's gapped Harvick by 3/10 and he's driving away from Byron. Yeah.
Head on into the wall for Busher. That was extremely close.
Michael, you're right. Logano has doored every car he's gotten next to today, coming off of turn 2. Right here, Busher was goner.
Great camera work. My tire might pop.
That was close.
See the wheel.
Versus Bow came the 17.
That's the AI NASCAR
Trying to stay off the 14 on the outside of him, checked up. 17 was there. So Berry at 15th, Logano 16th, Priest on the inside 17th, and then Truex in this group of cars, and they're all about 9 seconds off the lead. Our leaders, last week, pit stops made the difference between Larson and Byron.
It's got to do the same thing again.
Larry, how about so far today?
No, the closer used to tell me I could have some
I can't believe I'm kind of rooting for Harvick to beat the team I cheer for.
The green flag stop at lap 119 to 5 was 10.37.
24 is too loose. Larson's nice and snug.
Only yellow flag stop at
And Harvick's got just good balance. I just don't think Harvick has the overall speed. He's just got a great balance and a good car.
I don't know how you beat each other doing that.
Yeah, you do. You did it yesterday in qualifying. Take that number 1 stall. Could make all the difference. How about a third place car, Jamie?
Excuse me.
Most gained on the day. Kevin Harvick said he's taking off better. That last run, the car has gotten much better. This morning, something else Kevin was telling me was rhythm. It's so important for him to find his rhythm, and you hear that a lot with this 14. Clint and Danica, how important
You heard me tell Cowboy last night, I said if every race we ran had no cautions, I'd win every time. He goes, really? And then we got like into the Kansas race, he was like, yeah, you would. It's like if every race just went green all the way.
The thing once you get it from out from underneath of you, you pick the gas up way early in that corner, asking a lot out of it. Everybody's been complaining about
I was getting so mad. We were both getting mad. He wasn't.
very straight back straightaway into three, tight into this racetrack. Trying to find a good
I wasn't exaggerating. The green white checker went green.
You hear the downshift, the upshift, all those things. You have to get into sync, find your rhythm, and then here comes your lap times.
I think the rhythm is found in discipline. It's easy to
You wreck discipline.
any part of the corner.
Where's Trey Parker to do the Asian dude's voice on South Park? You wreck discipline.
Rhythm is being disciplined enough to
That human centipede episode of South Park is so funny. So sunny, Kyle. That cuttlefish and asparagus is not sitting well. Here it comes. Oh, it's going to be a rot.
23 laps.
People are going to think I'm racist for quoting South Park.
We're going to take you Fox side by side.
Ooh, side by side. Wouldn't want to miss all that action, would we? I hate Phoenix.
We get Bowman 10.
I could sum up this week in 2 words. Phoenix sucks. Oh, what a battle here. You can tell it's a real driver talent-oriented racetrack. That's why Corey LaJoy's not running worth the shit. I'm kidding. I kid. I love that Josh Berry's top 15, though. That's pretty sweet. And speaking of struggling, what about Cindric? You know, Logano's been struggling.
He's like 37.
And Cindric's way worse. Blaney's the only good Penske car today. Where's Harrison Burton? Has Harrison Burton been on camera at any point during this race? Yeah.
I think he is last.
I was going to say,
besides BJ. BJ's out.
The Penske cars in the 21 all get the same shit, you know. Yeah, folks, and we're only halfway there. Well, we're past halfway now, so. Okay, you know what? I like the 48. It's come around on me.
I just don't like the white.
Yeah. Excuse me. Josh Berry passing Suarez for Brazil. They're trading it back and forth. Josh will not be in the car at COTA. They got some fucking sports car guy to run COTA. They're going to have Kimi Räikkönen, that other F1 guy whose name I can't remember because I don't watch F1, and that Taylor dude that's driving the 9 car.
I'm trying to remember that other dude's got a funny name.
Not as good as Honeyman yesterday in the Xfinity race. Motherfucker's last name is Honeyman.
Halfway poll. How would you rate the race up to this point? Like everybody's voting C.
Briscoe, top 10 now. Briscoe's out on the outside of Bowman for 10th.
8 laps complete in the United Rentals Work United 500 at Phoenix. Kyle Larson.
Bubba Wallace passes Alex Bowman. Bowman lost 2 spots that lap.
This battle back at, what was that, 10th place.
Update your ticker, man.
Wallace is now up on Alex Bowman.
Tyler Reddick, yeah, Tyler Reddick's good. All of a sudden, he's better than Hamlin and Bill.
Jamie.
And they've been the best Toyotas all day, but now it's Reddick.
An update on the 9, and Josh Berry now just drove his way into the top 15. I talked to Alan Vestics in the crew chief this morning, and he said, what a difference a week makes.
To win this race, if your name is not Kyle Larson or William Byron, you got to be between 3rd and 5th and have something happen to one of them. If not both, probably both.
He said Chase is very much a part of this team. He's watching at home right now. He's got the setup. He's scanning the radios. He's talking to the team with that team communication. Alan told me, he told Chase, I need more feedback. I want to hear from you. What are you seeing and what can we do to help our driver, to help Josh
15. Moving up to third place, Kevin Harvick is coming. He's now within 2 seconds.
Harvick can see William Byron.
Yes, and I tell you, an adjustment he's made in the wake of William Byron in front. Watch him get into 3 right here. He's moved up, utilizing the outside of this racetrack, trying to get out of the way, find some more grip up here, and I think it's working for
I love
him.
what I'm seeing out of Harvick, but it just ain't enough.
Pitching in on him.
That could be what he's doing, but he also could just be looking for where the car rotates. You see, he goes in just a little bit shallow, lets it have its head, kind of drifts up the track a little
Yeah,
bit.
Danica said,
and
let
then
it have
he's
its
able to
head.
get the power down.
Let's see how Byron
'Cause she's a
went
girl.
into the outside and come back across, diamond the corner off. Harvick did the opposite. He went in shallow. Look at the outside, trying to find just a little bit of that traction up there, the grip strip. You see,
I think it'll get spicy.
he put some of that resin way up high. On
It
the
might.
outside of that corner. He's starting to work on that. Find it. See if he can figure
It's going
out
to take a
the
lot of
grip.
cautions and
He
shit
talked
to
about
mix
that.
this
You
up
need to
late.
use all the different lanes on the track, so sometimes when you're sitting there, it's a matter of just kind of feeling it out. Because once he gets up,
Love
top,
Harvick,
he
love
needs to think about
Keselowski,
where
love
am I
Reddick
gonna
right
be able to
now.
get by him. If he runs the bottom, can I run the top? If he runs the top, can I run the
Disappointed
bottom?
in Christopher
Sometimes you
Bale
need
and
to
Ryan
play around
Blaney.
with it and just know how it feels. So when you get to that moment, you can really.
Denny's
feel it.
running where I thought he'd
That
run.
moment is, I think it's coming. And that moment is this lap traffic. As you start, these leaders start getting into lap traffic, they're forced to move around. Now Kevin Harvick's already
Harrison
been
Burton,
moving
30th.
around. He knows where his car is going to work. I think that's going to be his opportunity. We'll see if they have trouble in that lap traffic. Maybe that 4 car can take advantage of this long run speed.
Ricky Stenhouse, the Thomas Bretz cam, giving us quite a battle with Austin Cindric and Corey LaJoy. They've been going at each other pretty hard. All 3 of them 1 lap down. Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher with the dive down to the apron to shorten up the front straightaway. Gains a little bit.
Todd, I said earlier, if Harvick can maintain third, restart right there with them, and the race go green all the way, maybe. Maybe. He's not going to beat him on the restart or a short run, I don't think. I still think something's going to need to happen to one of them. God damn. Is that me? Am I driving that car? Am I driving the 48 right now and don't know it?
Save them all, as it says on the back bumper.
All these guys say it gets loose over there off the 2, and what you can't do, like with the old car, one car that Danica and I drove, is keep your throttle down and steer out from underneath of it. They say when it gets that sideways, you better abort mission altogether, bail out of that gas, and get it gathered up, and then go. That's exactly what you saw.
There's the stupid dash blur.
But you live to see another lap.
What's that fucking 2005 360p YouTube video doing on the dash of the 1 car, or the 14, I mean?
In the top 10. Restarting 12.
That's what I think of when I see that camera.
Won this race a year ago. Good racetrack for him. Getting a good race car underneath him and making good adjustments. Guys are holding their end of the deal up in the pits. Maybe by the end of this thing, I'll be able to even get top 5 out of the 14 car.
Last 10 laps or so, he and Ross Chastain have been right together.
See how he does that? That was the exact same way Kevin Harvick was doing with William Byron. Going in low.
Remember all that shit people used to talk about Dale Jr. and he was better than Casey Kane when they were both at Hendrick?
Everybody else kind of goes in high and diamonds.
All that talk about Casey Kane earlier had me thinking about that. Everybody loves Casey Kane. Good for Casey Kane. He's in a Hendrick car. Gee, we love him. And Junior sucks. He's overrated. Who ran better, bitch? Who won more races?
Here's the 19s radio.
You see Truex's onboard there? It went back and forth. That's how bad he is right now. Why are we showing Ryan Preece's name when we're looking at Truex's shit?
He was a smart aleck. I don't know, probably had a smart aleck behind the wheel too, but he always used to tell me, just reach up there on the dash to the 3rd one over. It's a grip switch. Well, I hated when he said that. Tough. That was a goal. All these drivers wanted to put it back in their hands. They wanted these cars to be down on grip. I think this sun beating down on this racetrack. I mean,
This is like a 2018 low downforce mile-and-a-half race, but on a shorter track. It's like this is Charlotte from 2018, but at Phoenix. That's what exactly. Tell me this ain't exactly that.
Boy, Kyle Larson likes it. He's now led over 100 laps.
The ticker's broken. They cut it off. It had Bowman listed as the leader. Like, what the fuck are they smoking?
Harrison Burton going 2 miles down, the race leader. And there's Ryan Blaney battling for 8th.
I don't think we've yet to see the fall off and the excitement here as we're looking at lap times. And up until that last lap, when William Byron had that moment coming off of 2, everybody in the top 10 was within 1/10, and they're in traffic. So I don't think that we've seen the real struggle yet, but when we do, it's going to shake up a little bit.
A couple of bright spots here. Ty Gibbs in the top 20, the rookie in 18th, and Chase Briscoe holding down the last stage point in 10th place.
That ticker don't know where to put Alex Bowman. That leaderboard's all fucked up.
Everybody's in the 29s for their last lap, and then all of a sudden,
They're like, where's Bowman really at?
pops in there with a 28.99.
As you were saying that, I'm looking out the window right over your head, and that 6 car is catching the 4.
Keselowski's catching Harvick a little bit. He's gonna run out of time.
Keselowski in 4th place in this final stage 2.
Byron won stage 1. Larson's gonna win stage 2. They split the stages this week. Bad Brad is back. Checker flag for stage 2. Kyle Larson. He looks like a King of the Hill character. That stupid picture. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Second time that Larson has won stage 2 at Phoenix. When he did in 2001, he won the race.
2001? Motherfucker was a baby. I think he meant 2021. Excuse me. Oh, I found my Allgaier shirt, as you can see. I love this shirt.
Nice.
I know it's in here.
I've seen that a 15-year-old won the ARCA race. I thought that was pretty
Sammy Smith's only 18. He's a high schooler, and he won yesterday. People are younger than us and doing things with their lives. I wish that Popeyes, Zaxby's, and Chick-fil-A here would put KFC out of business. We got 2 KFCs. Why do we have 2 with the worst one? Why can't we have like multiple Bojangles or something? But the one good thing about those double downs, the shit that went on it was good, and I got my protein fill for the next week off of those 2 sandwiches.
Moment on NASCAR's road to victory. Goodyear, more driven. There are your top 10 at the end of stage 2.
Now we move into stage 3 cancer. I mean, stage 3 of this race.
Did pretty well. There are the stage points earned today.
Another trip to pit road. Maybe the 5 and the 24 will both fall off the jack or something and lose 15 spots apiece. Still wouldn't be enough.
Next week, Atlanta.
Atlanta, we'll be there next Sunday. Remember, for those of you just joining us, there will be no Cup race stream next Sunday because I'll be at the Cup race. But we'll be streaming on Saturday because I'm not going to those.
And move over to Fox at 2 o'clock. Green flag, 3 p.m. on Fox from Atlanta.
That place was already fast.
And it got faster. In fact, and they have changed the pit entry at Atlanta. They're going to put the commit box at the entrance of turn 3 because if you try to stop up in turn 4 and get on pit road at the speeds they're running now,
so the commitment line for Atlanta pit road's going to be on the backstretch. Like, that's interesting.
A pressing situation, but I agree, Mike. We were sold on something and kind of thought of it. We went there, and holy cow, what a big change in Atlanta. Wild, wild race.
Big full weekend of racing, tickets available, so come on down and join us in the Peach State. Austin Dillon, I believe, gets the free pass.
Oh my God, Austin Dillon got the free pass.
Which officially is the third of the day. And pits will be open this time. Larson and Byron have been all but identical on pit road today. And whoever gets out first is whoever's going to lead that next group of green flag racing, it appears.
Mike Joy tried to say that enthusiastically. Said, whoever gets off pit road here is going to
try to maximize coming on the pit road, maximize your speed.
Yep, they sure are.
Can't push it any harder than
And the pits are open.
you see, trying to get to the bunker again. Everything you can do. Jamie?
William Byron in the 24. Remember the last
Yeah, 2 streams on Saturday because Trucks and Xfinity are on the same day.
hiccups. We'll see if they can nail it here. That's how they were last week. Very good all the way through. He's saying he needs a little bit of better turn in dirty air, especially. They're going to double up that last adjustment. A bigger wedge adjustment here in 4 tires. Kevin Harvick.
I'm rooting so bad for Harvick's pit crew to have the fastest 4-tire stop in history. Oh, Harvick's got the line! Harvick! Did Larson beat them both out? Larson's not moving yet, but here they come. I think Larson's going to win the race off pit road. Oh, it's Larson. Larson, Harvick, then Byron. But Harvick jumped in front of Byron.
And Harvick almost put Byron out into the outside wall of pit lane. That was close.
Yeah, did you guys? I noticed that too, but I was too worried about is Harvick going to beat him out. Watch how close Harvick runs Byron to the pit wall.
Picks up a spot, but look how close it was there.
Like dumbass stock music there.
I thought for a second, and then it just looked like Byron's pit crew just went out.
They dropped the jack at the same time.
The right sides, the first set of tires, William Byron's crew smoked them. That's why I thought, oh, they ain't got it.
When I saw them,
Said it was like,
because Byron came in first, but when I saw them drop the jack at the same time, I said, "Oh damn, Harvick might get him." Now it's all about Larson, but Larson's got that first pit stall.
Harvick had the perfect timing too, though. Like gas down, gear up.
The race is more exciting on pit road than it is on the racetrack today. At least in the top 5, anyway. Because you're seeing a lot of wacky shit when you get outside that top 5.
Did Mike Joy just say Kyle Larson won a stage at Phoenix in 2001?
I was 7 years old in 2001. And Larson's
Why do you
younger
think
than me, I
2001's on Mike Joy's mind?
because he was in on 9/11. Mike Joy did 9/11.
You don't think it's because Dale?
Nah, it's because Mike Joy put 9/11 together. He made that happen. Him and George W. conspired together. Bastards.
Somebody said the Chase Briscoe tractor commercial with Tony Stewart in it reminds them of Michael Waltrip and Dale Jr.'s Napa commercial.
I like the Dale Jr. Michael Waltrip Domino's commercial. Got a pizza for the king of NASCAR? That's me. Hey, wait a minute. I'm the king of NASCAR. No, I'm the king of NASCAR. Well, I'm the Grand Poobah of NASCAR. I'm the czar of NASCAR. King Daddy. The best commercial still, Michael. I'm at the wrong track. That's a great one. I'm at the wrong track. Please tell me they're going to say Larson and Byron both sped or something. Yep.
He's a Daytona 500 champ. Jamie McMurray.
William Byron's picture looks like he's had way too much Botox.
Good this week, but don't look now because we've got a new player in the game.
Yeah, same two cars with different rules at a different racetrack. But I've got my eye on Kevin Harvick. He started back in 15th. He's worked his way up to second now. You can't count him out. He is the closer, but I'm going to say he's the spoiler today.
He's the spoiler. He's also Mr. Phoenix with those 9 victories, Mike Joy.
Thanks, Shannon. Kevin Harvick had a pit stop of 10.009 seconds, including a chassis adjustment.
That might be good enough to beat that guy out. That 5 car having that number 1 stall, how do you beat that? You get you a good
Only good thing is, single lug, it would have fallen off by now. So, you know when you leave if you got it tight or not.
They barely beat William Byron a 24 bunch out, but I'm telling you, he was aggressive on pit road. That's what it takes.
Harvick got a front row starting spot.
I want to see if his car will take off. You know, we keep talking about the long run speed that he has, and I'm talking about Kevin Harvick. I want to see if he's able to take off with these heavy cars and the speed that they have, the raw speed up front.
Winning double-digit amount of races at one racetrack is insane. Harvick's at 9 for Phoenix. One of his last 2 chances to get to 10. Not many guys can say they've won double-digit cup races at the same track.
Closest to 10 wins.
I don't know.
Start for Kevin.
Probably wouldn't be that close.
A lot of bottom feeders down to the apron there.
Byron in the lead.
As they get to turn 1.
Byron not cutting Larson. Oh, Ross. Hold on. Hold on, Ross. 4 wide. Josh Berry. Still 4 wide. Logano going to clean them all out? No, they gave him plenty of room.
Look at that. That is a traffic jam.
Josh Berry moved Busher up off the bottom. Josh Berry is racing today, which means he's going to get taken out. Harvick settled into second. He's in front of the 24. Bell's back in the conversation. Still can't get by Keselowski.
They are still 4 and 5 wide back here, though. They pour him into a funnel on the front straightaway, and then they have to sort it out.
And the 17's pissed off at Josh Berry. You see him door him there at the end of the straightaway. Busher's pretty pissed right now. Keep an eye on the 17 and the 9. Oh, Josh almost hit him again. I just saw that. Ooh, Hamlin. Busher and Berry again. Logano 3 wide on their outside. Suarez right in front of them, too. 17 should get by the 9 here. It's for 13th place.
Doesn't look like it's over for Josh Berry to have to be in the thick of it here.
Briscoe up to 8th. Good call. But anybody who's not in the top 4 is not really relevant today.
Got some adjustments. You know he's going to be aggressive behind the wheel. He's doing everything he can do on these restarts.
He's up to 14th now.
Yeah, Logano's moving forward. That's good for me. I see Bubba must have got fucked hard on pit road to be 19th.
He sure is.
Chase Briscoe battling. 1 penalty on that last round of stops, and it was Ty Gibbs. Too fast.
Ty Gibbs sped on pit road before. That's why he's further back.
Reddick's been your guy. You've been talking about him. You know, he's kind
Harvick staying within a second of Larson for now.
a little bit of trouble all over the place
And comfortably ahead of William Byron.
The car's extremely fast. I think he's definitely, shows the signs of the speed. We just got to get it to some clean air, get that track position, and I think he can take off.
Well, he's a young, driver. So, you know, there's probably some mistakes. Look at him. He's, you know, coming off the corner. You saw him both ends, coming out of 2, coming out of 4. He's catching it. You know, experience would say maybe don't slide the car too much at this point in time. You've got a long way to go, but that's what makes it exciting to watch him.
Here's Alex Bowman, who fallen a bit off pace. Ran his fastest lap of the day, though just a lap ago, so trying to find his way back, and apparently we've got a glitch on our score.
I'm gonna say, where the hell is Bowman? He ain't even on the thing.
Once again, they can't place Alex Bowman on the leaderboard.
His personal fastest lap. Kyle Busch.
Larson's gapped Harvick now. It went from a second to a second and a half.
At the end of stage 1.
Yeah, that double penalty killed Kyle.
Uncontrolled
Yeah.
tire and speeding. But Kyle has worked his way back up into the top 20 here, 17.
Heard him hit the rev limiter right there, just the least little bit. Left it before, or fifth gear, excuse me, fourth gear. Didn't elect to shift down that back straightaway. You see him shift to fifth right there. He'd be back down fourth right there. Let's see if he leaves it in fourth gear all the way down the back straightaway.
Talk about what happened to Bubba on pit road, please.
Well, Mike, update on the 23 of Bubba Wallace had worked his way just outside of the top 10, was having a good day. That last pit stop, though, they had to spend extra time on pit road with the right front. The half was backing out of the right front of the car. They had to tighten that up to make sure it was good to get through to the end of the race.
Bowman's about to be in the top 10 in the next 5 laps.
Yeah. Chastain's falling out, and Logano's moving forward.
3 cautions.
That was a big reason why the nuts were coming off. The hat bolts were backing off of the wheel there and was pushing that nut off. And, you know, maybe that did something going on with the 10 car as well.
2 of the 3 leading Toyotas battling side by side. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin.
Go ahead and turn my PlayStation on and charge my controller, because earlier, before I stopped playing something to watch the race, my controller was about to die, so better charge it for later.
Done it. You've done it too. Being out there with Tony, it's still racing though. You do, you totally do. You totally do. And they're happy with there's a certain amount of pride when you do well too. I can remember one of the times it was Martinsville, my first Martinsville, and Smoke said, "You tore the stickers off my door when you went by," and I was like, "I don't really know what that means. Are you mad?" But he was happy.
My favorite Tony Stewart Danica moment was on the radio at Darlington, where Tony goes, "Can somebody go down to her goddamn pit box and tell her how to drive this fucking place?" I mean, Jesus. Or who could forget that legendary Matt Kenseth moment of when Matt got a penalty, so he gets put tail in the lead lap. All right, you're going to be lined up here behind the 10. Wait a minute. Behind the 10. Yes, she's on the lead lap. Oh, jeez. All right.
Holding second place.
He said, "Oh, she's on the lead lap."
And what I'm seeing is that the gap is getting bigger, and Kevin's moving around now. William Byron's still running.
Harvick at this point might as well just be running test session laps. Like I said, he's moving around. He's searching.
We've seen Hendrick be so strong all day, and it looks like that's still the case.
Don't look now, but Kevin Harvick.
Oh, yeah.
Personal fastest lap of the day.
Personal fastest lap.
Harvick just ran his fastest lap? Larson did, okay. Makes sense as to why that lead fucking just grew.
Jesus.
Oh, man, I'm so glad Phoenix is the championship race. Woohoo.
Well, I guess we got a early shot of who my favorite going to be.
Move the championship race to Charlotte. I'll go there. I want to go to a championship race one day, but I ain't going to Phoenix for it. I promise you that. Put it back at Homestead. Put it at Vegas. There are cheap flights to Vegas. I'm just saying. For some reason, it's cheaper to get to Vegas than it is certain places that are closer to here. This guy pointed out, conveniently, the aero package that the Garage 56 team helped design has only been led by Hendrick Motorsports' car. Is that a coincidence? And they need to put some fucking field turf down on the dog leg to keep people from cutting it. Although these cars don't get tore up in grass anymore, I'd still put field turf down because it's better for that to lower the risk of getting tore up in the grass even more. Three seconds back now for Harvick, but Harvick's got a second over Byron behind him, so Harvick's solidly in second place.
Yeah, but Byron was staying within 7-8 tenths.
I just think Larson's team's doing a better job getting ahead of it than Byron's team.
So are we worried about Martinsville?
Yeah, still not sold on Martinsville. I think it'll be a lot better than this because Phoenix has been like this for 5 years. Phoenix has been this way for 5 years. That's not changing. But this doesn't give me confidence for Martinsville. Maybe it'll help.
Built for 5G, built to make a real difference on the front lines.
That would help. Getting the fucking cars up off the goddamn ground would help too. Nah. Can we change the ride height rules for tracks that are a mile or smaller? Would that be too big of a pain in the ass to change the ride height for smaller tracks? The reason this package was good and the teams agreed to it, this cost no money. It was simple as you take that spool off, put this little one on, and take the diffuser pieces off. That's it. That's the only difference. So it wasn't like we have to build or do things to the cars to make them that much different.
Late caution and a restart. I'm going long shot. Tyler Reddick. He's wild. He's crazy. He's making the track really wide. So I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't know how you're going to beat Kyle Larson. You kind of gave an idea, but that's my long shot.
He and Christopher Bell will be Toyota's.
I'm going to pull the Jamie McMurray and say, Michael, I told you we should have just bet big on Larson.
Last up races, 19 that is. Yeah, if we get a long run at the end, well, I'm looking at the 4 car. Who else?
Well, Mike, there were 2 drivers that
Well,
came
Mike.
in this race on
I love Larry
streaks,
Mack.
top 10 streaks. The only 2 that had a top 10 in both races of 2023. I think that's who we're watching in, Jamie.
Yeah, I've got my eyes on Alex Bowman. I don't think he's going to be a threat for the win, but Larry said he's been consistent all year long in the top 10. Started back in 18th, finds himself in 10th right now, though.
Yeah, and we're going to keep watching Daniel Suarez, the other driver with 3 top 10s. He's been running back there about 11th, just outside the top 10. Maybe a late race pit stop to get that.
Biggest thing with the 99 car this year with Trackhouse, they got to work on their consistency, the 99's consistency. And so far this year, they're showing progress.
I'm really shocked.
We know they're good enough to win here and there. It's about consistency.
Talking about Keselowski as a one to watch because we go back to all of our history, right? The history of last year.
I can't believe Byron's that far back.
I'm telling you, RFK, and more importantly, that 6 car with Bryce Keselowski behind the wheel of that thing, they're going to be a factor this year.
I'm going to give my attaboys to Kyle Busch, Ryan Preece, and Josh Berry.
He'll be a part of that conversation, not only this weekend, but for many races to come. I'm telling you, that company's back. Oh, he's in the mix. He's just a couple of tenths ahead of the number 11, Denny Hamlin. They're keeping a close eye on one another. Jamie?
Well, you mentioned the 48 of Alex Bowman sitting there in the 10th spot. Didn't have a good qualifying effort. 18th. And
At least this race is short.
This race circled. Alex has struggled here. It's his home track. He wants
One of these days, Dylan, we got to run a full-length race. One of these days. When we both have the time.
They've been working on the car. Still have more work to do, but it's getting better. He's trying to keep that top 10 streak alive. Regan?
Well, you guys mentioned the 6 of Brad Keselowski. Okay, let's not forget about his teammate in the 17, Chris Buescher. A strong run for them today. Been quite in the middle of the corner just a little bit, but Chris Buescher, notably not one of his better racetracks here. Only 1 top 10 in 14 starts and having a very good run right now.
Thanks, Regan. Now, William Byron finds himself in a interesting in not positive position. He's fallen to 5.5 seconds back of the lead.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
idea.
about the furthest he has been back all day.
I know how to keep track of points for 3 people. Because, like, you would get 5 points for leading a lap. Not 5 points per lap, but if you led a lap that day, you get 5. And if you led the most, you get 5 more. So that'd be the main thing to keep track of is who led the most laps. Other than that, it's easy. Like, yeah, you led a lap or 2, so you got 5 points. And then it's who led the most. And then I can just see where we finished and do the math. We got 90 to go, and I got to go take a Phoenix. But I'm going to wait till the end of the race. Perfect day to end the day. Perfect way to end this race. Go take a dump.
Larry talking about drivers going clear down to third gear, and that's exactly what you heard with Briscoe.
I woke up really early today after a good sleep and really got to enjoy a day off, so thank God.
He was the first to show us that with this new car and this 5-speed sequential gearbox, you're going to be doing a lot of shifting. Last year he did it at the Coliseum. He did it here.
Can we go back to 4 gears and get these fucking cars up off the ground? Taking the downforce away is a good step in the right direction, but Jesus, man. They're not going to add horsepower. I know that. Get the cars off the ground. Keep the slow downforce. And we'll be a lot better off.
Inside of the car to be able to adjust on things that shifting becomes one. If you're tight,
we know what makes NASCAR racing good. But they won't do it. They'll do like 2 out of the 3 things, and the duel it still sucks. This is a case of where they've done like 2 of the things that we need, and it's not enough.
There it is, third, fourth.
Hey, at Daytona, Kyle Larson was in 6th. Remember that? 6th gear. If I'm William Byron, I'm mad. William Byron should be more pissed off than anybody in this race. Everybody else expected this. William Byron's like, why the fuck am I not up there right next to him?
Christopher Bell has all but caught William Byron. Bell has been away.
Yay! One of my bets is about to pass a Hendrick car. I should still get money for that.
And Byron's cushion for third is just about gone. Less than a second now. And Tyler Reddick only half a second back of Christopher Bell.
I think it's time for extreme measures, Harvick. You got to short pit them.
And having gearbox issues is having a sequential
drag them to pit road early with you.
These cars used to be H pattern, and it was easy to dog, hit them and grind the edges off, and then it made it slip in and out of gears so much more easily. Almost felt like you were dealing with butter. But with a sequential gearbox, you're just moving the shifter forward and backwards.
That would make it easier to me.
Much more difficult.
But I'm a dumbass, so what do I know?
Yeah, you used to get them, crossing the gate. You used to get them hung in between gears with the linkage, and that would, throw fits. You'd have to get into the pits and have them get underneath of it and literally fix the linkage if they could. And with the 7th there. Now, for all the keyboard warriors, I'm going to do this in words of one syllable. The last green flag, full screen break.
You guys hear Mike Joy just now? So last week, some guy was cussing Mike Joy on Twitter saying, "You said that was the last commercial, you fucking liar, fat old piece of shit. Fuck you and fuck Fox." And Mike Joy said, when I said it was the last full screen commercial, I said we would go side by side later, but it'd be the last full. So he said, for all you keyboard warriors out there, this is the last full screen commercial. So he stretched it this week to make sure you know. So for the rest of the day, the commercial breaks will be side by side, unless there's one under caution. So, yeah. I have ears, I listen, even though I talk a lot.
Come on, NASCAR, we need one of them.
Is there, Eric Almirola is still running, so there's still a chance for a retarded caution.
Peter Griffin got his sniper loaded.
Chuck Norris. Sweet, sweet victory. This will be the least excited I've been for a Kyle Larson win. But good for Larson, though. I love him. Joey Logano, 12th.
I think mine was when he won Watkins Glen.
I was fresh. I was more pissed at Chase than I was Larson that day because Chase gave Watkins Glen away.
No,
and I called that shit when it happened. It's the great thing about streaming. I can tell you exactly what I said and go back and go, see, I did say that. But I was like, oh, fuck, Chase, pick that line. Oh, he's with his teammate. Yeah, it's like 4 laps to go. Fuck you. I ain't your teammate with 4 laps to go. And Larson said, fuck you, yeet.
I didn't mind the move. I just, in my eyes, that's not really what Larson does.
Is that lead down to 2 seconds? Is that leaderboard correct? That Harvick's got it down to 2?
It was from like 3 to 2.7.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm assuming live traffic maybe, but we need a caution.
Like goddamn line, Mike Joy. You just know we're going to another commercial.
For all you keyboard warriors.
If I was like, I'd be like, hey, Mike Joy referenced me on the broadcast. I called him a fat old piece of shit last week.
Mom, I'm on TV.
It went back up to 2.2 that lap. But yeah, Harvick did close in a little bit. Just in time for pit stops to be coming shortly. We're still a ways off from that, though.
Laps to go. Last week's winner, William Byron, in third, 6 seconds off the lead. The closer, Kevin Harvick, in his final Cup season, trying to close one out here. 2 seconds.
You got something on your head, Larson.
Has led a race high 170 laps today.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, he was the prohibitive favorite. Larson was. Top 10
Remember when the COT came in? They're like, oh, parity, it's going to make everything close together. And then Hendrick wins like fucking 24 out of 36 races. Last year, we did have some parity with this new car. That shit's over now. We do have a battle for third here. A Hendrick car may get passed.
And, hasn't been able to recapture that. But I still think the speed is in that race car.
Christopher Bell has caught Byron for third. Bell with 2 top 5 finishes.
We just got to be in the game, Bill. Getting that top 3 and have one of them Harvick pit stops. You never know. Tight. Bill's car looks so tight there.
Not too far behind him, you've got Tyler Reddick. I said, man, I think he's one to watch. He's a fast driver. I'm not sure exactly how he's been falling off in these runs exactly. I think he's been pretty steady. He's definitely one to explore the space out there. You see him up high coming off of turn 4. And as they start to battle in front of him, he's going to catch them. And it'll be interesting.
Reddick was third here last year. Brad Keselowski, 13 Phoenix top 10s. Didn't have a top 20 finish last year here. Didn't run a single lap in the top 10.
Josh Berry's having his worst run of the day.
Takes me back to Friday.
He was running hard earlier.
No Toyotas really showed up on the speed charts. I was thinking, man, the Toyota camp's in trouble. We go to qualifying yesterday. Denny Hamlin.
Yep, Hendrick is the only team that has a Chevy in the top 10.
2-time Phoenix winner Hamlin in 7th, but Chase Briscoe in hot pursuit, last year's winner.
It's a pretty big pickup. He qualified 24th. He's now battling Denny Hamlin, who started second for 7th place.
Briscoe and Hamlin.
Headed in the right direction. Definitely trending up.
Briscoe won here last year.
And the pass made to the
Shockingly.
inside.
What a battle it was. Nah, Hamlin's going to pass him back. Whoa! That was so close. How many crossovers have we misjudged in the last week? Oops!
He did split up in front of him, and then he ran into trouble.
Note that Christopher Bell has taken third.
And Bill got to third. Yay!
Not happy with that car. Made it.
Hell, if anybody needs to short pit, maybe it's William Byron. Caution waiting to happen in that 10 car.
Is in 9th place in his team Penske Ford. Top 5 in the last.
Kyle Busch is getting the true RCR experience today. 15th place. We ain't in Fontana or Daytona anymore.
And then Alex Bowman, one of 2 drivers with top 10s in all 3 races this year.
And because they're not talking, I'm going to mute this while I make another thought. RCR, it does not surprise me that their best races are bigger tracks. Because they still got one of the best engine programs in NASCAR and always have.
You can see that right on his bumper right there.
Well, he saved that one.
So that's why Kyle was so good at Fontana. That's why he was good at Vegas. That's why they were obviously good at Daytona. RCR engines have always been top-notch shit. Their stuff doesn't break and it's fast.
I'm telling you,
these pit stops are
they're
gonna be
comparable to
pretty
Hendrick
soon. It's
engines
so close.
when you get them on a big track.
Somebody's gonna have to do something to differentiate yourself from that leader.
Obviously they are, because they're the only non-Hendrick car to win this year on a real racetrack, not counting Daytona.
At the beginning, but I'm going to call William
Nobody
Byron
but Larson.
to be one of the first ones to come in. He's dropped back. He's not commanding those first and second spots like he was with Hendrick.
And he's needing it, right? He's
Harvick
needing
is
this.
scooping.
Exactly.
He wanted to be in pit road, making that adjustment.
Harvick really is fast. God, I look up, Harvick got it down from 2.2 to 1.3, and pit stops are coming.
I just remember when it was
They've begun now.
250 to 255, but I would come here in the next
1.1.
couple of laps.
Remember, I had it big. I said if the whole third stage goes green and Harvick's in second, he just might get there. He's on his way. And they've been money on pit road today. Larson's team has been as well.
Put that pressure on them and say, yeah, I don't know.
Go green all the way. Fuck it. I don't need a caution.
Then you've separated yourself.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dowell is in. He qualified in the top 10 here yesterday.
Called this shit.
And Joey
The prophecy is coming true.
That's one. That's definitely differentiating.
What I would love to see is caution right now as Logano's on pit road. That would help me out. Oh, slow stop. Logano's days are over. He's fucked. All that progress Logano made just went out the window.
is on pit road, and so is
Yep.
Ryan Keselowski. And more takers as well.
Harvick needs to get to pit road.
These are the ones that I think are going to start drawing those guys down pit road.
Yeah.
You start taking
Now is
somebody
when
in
I'm-
4th, 5th place, Keselowski, a Reddick, going to put the pressure on them other guys leading this race.
Regan.
Like Tyler Reddick in the 45. That car's loosened in turns 1 and 3 right now for him. He came and mentioned brake shake a few laps ago, but that's something to keep an eye out for him. And the 6 of Brad Keselowski.
Harvick, Bell, Byron, Briscoe, Hamlin.
The better that race car has been getting for him.
Now Kyle Larson stays out. Corey LaJoy on fresh.
I dare Larson to run 5 more laps. I wish he would. He ain't gonna. He's gonna pit like next time probably.
Tighten up this car. They've been adjusting on the
Show me Harvick stop.
They worked the left side 4 tires here for the 24.
Larson's in that time.
Harvick's sitting right in front of the 24.
This is gonna tell us.
Down pit road. Just too free. Wants to tighten that car up. Needs more rear grip on the 4. Kevin Harvick.
And the leader Larson is in.
So Harvick's coming out.
Christopher Bell completes his stop. William Byron out.
Keep the
Chase
camera
Briscoe,
here,
Denny
please.
Hamlin.
Yes, keep me a camera on Harvick.
Regan.
Like it's been tons of information.
I think Harvick might leapfrog him.
News to Kyle Larson about
Even if you don't,
exactly
he's
what the
catching
four cars
anyway.
doing
Harvick's
and when he's
fast.
doing it.
It's
They're
about
happy with the
traffic
race car,
right
but
I think Harvick's gonna pass him.
and everything else
Call me crazy.
continue to go good with that car.
Unless Larson just get.
Harvick's got to be in 3 now.
Larson's crew. Daniel Suarez
Probably
team
coming
at
through
work.
the front stretch.
Trying to keep him on the lead lap.
There.
And get a cycle back through.
They won't fucking show it. There he is. Harvick's with him. Harvick's side by side. Larson got back up to speed right in the center of the corner, right where he needed to be. But Harvick's right there on him now. And was faster over the long run. We got 65 laps to go, so let's see what happens. Harvick's closed that gap. I thought for sure Harvick would get by him.
By pitting a lap ahead of Larson, Harvick was 1.2 seconds back.
That center of the corner saved Larson.
Larson's bumper.
Man, that was close. One more lap.
I think Harvick's going to win. If it goes green, Kevin Harvick will win this race. Suarez just sped on pit road.
I'll tell you what, it's still a long
If
way.
it goes green, Harvick wins it.
I think this long run, if Kevin, a lot of
He's got to
traffic in
fit.
front of them guys, if he can utilize that.
Harvick had a bad car. Don't start pushing, Harvick. Let it come to you. Harvick pushed too hard through 4 there. Let it come to you. You're better than him. 50 laps from now, you'll be all over him. Just keep him right there. Don't push it.
I can't imagine it's going to go.
I can, based on how the rest of this race is going, I could see this going green. And I think if it does, I think Harvick can win it.
And here's a look at Larson's stop. Larry?
Yeah, you're going to see they're just a little bit
Don't
slow
see.
on the right rear. See, the right front tire changer is already around, and the right rear
Tire changer.
A little bit is a lot, especially when you're talking on the green.
If Harvick had caught his ass on the straightaway,
Almost the difference maker.
and then Harvick tried way too hard to get by him.
Harvick stop 11.1.
You got to keep him closer than that. Don't let him drive off now. Unless Larson's just fired up and trying to get away.
How big of a deal pit road is, but pit throughs as well.
I just think Harvick's got to be patient. He knows this. It'll come to him. Let the race come to you. It's a long way to go. Be the longest we've run on a set of tires all day if it goes green all the way, because you're not pitting again if it goes green. You'll be dead at the end of this race.
And there's the difference.
Yeah, now they got to go, what, it would be like 65, 66 laps.
Drive time and stop time.
You think Larson should have run 10 more laps?
Hoping for a caution.
Harvick would have a 5-second lead if Larson ran 3 more laps. Oh, Mike Joy, you went to commercial. We got a hell of a 2-car battle for this race win, though, if it goes green. Unless Larson just for some reason is able to just drive off. Truex still bad. Truex's onboard has made me laugh every time they've cut to it in the corner today because it's like sliding around. Now we're just waiting. Knowing that every lap that ticks off probably favors Harvick more than it does Larson. It's just that Larson has the lead advantage. Look at Haley Deegan. She was in that Craftsman commercial. Put her in the 4-car. There you go, Harvick. Just keep him right there.
Reel him in.
He'll come to you. Larson, I hate to say it, as talented as he is, and he might be the best race car driver in North America, he's a big fucking choker.
I'll trust him.
Like,
from experience.
Larson has choked a lot in his career. A lot less now that he's been at Hendrick, and the car can keep up with him a lot better, but he's been known to give one away. And Harvick don't give shit away. The only way you get one on Harvick is if something breaks, which happened a lot early in his Stewart-Haas career. They've been the fastest car for the last decade, almost more than any other team, but their shit would break a lot in 2014 and 15.
I was wondering why my ear was hurting. It's because I was hearing Charlotte.
56 laps to go in the
Somebody took a headache and put horns on it.
In the 43 is the race leader. Now he was
Oh yeah, Eric, we're talking about Harvick and Larson. The 43 still ain't pitted. We're just totally ignoring Eric Jones trying to catch a caution.
Eric Jones, 56 laps.
Catching a caution flag that would put everybody from 22nd back a lap down.
Why couldn't Noah be in the position to do the strategy? Oh yeah, because he wasn't good enough to stay on the lead lap.
After making a pit stop. So the lead is going to change hands here before long. Here's Larson, who has about half a second on Kevin Harvick. And why couldn't Harvick, with that head of steam, take the lead as they both came off pit road? Because what we've seen all day is that Kevin Harvick's number 4 is a long-run car. Doesn't fire off with great speed, but the longer they run under green, the better Harvick's chances.
And stickers are awesome. That's another reason. Kyle came rolling
I wish
out
Noah
with
would get the
tires.
fuck out of the way. God, that was. I thought 42 just killed Harvick.
Trying to find that grip, trying to find a
Hope it didn't cost him too much. It's cost him a little bit. He's having to run a weird line to try to get around Noah.
Eric Jones was 22nd.
Noah Gragson just cost Kevin Harvick a shot at this race.
We'll see where he comes out after.
That gap needs to stay under half a second. It's more than that. It's like 8/10 now between Larson and Harvick because he couldn't get by the fucking 42. Larson can run the bottom a little better than Harvick.
Last time Kevin Harvick did not finish a race at Phoenix.
Killing him.
Top 10.
Harvick, spin that fucking 42.
That was 2013. Austin Cindric was a 14-year-old.
Last time he did
Legends car. Larson was 14.
There's Noah making a meth lab. That's why he had the goggles on.
12, but winning. Ty Gibbs was 10.
fun if we cut back and see Noah just upside down, because look at the fucking.
The ARCA race, or the ARCA West race the other night. I'm not sure if he'd been born yet.
Now he lays over. He must have got the message. Like, get the fuck out of his way, man.
That's an incredible run for 10 years.
Larson's put a gap on Harvick with a little bit of lap traffic help.
9 wins, most laps led all time, and the longest all time.
I can't believe I'm rooting for Harvick a little bit just to make the race interesting.
At one racetrack. Incredible. And
Those couple of laps behind that 42 just wrecked Harvick's race.
dare I say it, has never failed to finish a race here.
I was going to say, I heard him tell you that in the ear. I was like, I'm not saying it. I jinx people all the time. There's no chance.
Still got 50 to go.
Larry, is that why you told me that on my IFB and not on the air? Exactly.
I think those precious tenths could cost Harvick later on.
Running at the finish of every single one of that number itself blows my mind. Well, pardon me, but I'll thank you later. Okay, let's see how this sorts out. Harvick is a second off the lead. Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he went from being 5/10, 6/10 off to being a full second off now.
Mileage run in hopes of improving his position. When it all sorts out, 49 laps from now.
Well, you got to take a gamble. Got to try something. You know, give yourself the opportunity to have better tires later in the race in case there's a.
Okay, Harvick's already closed it back up again.
Worth a shot.
It's back to 7/10. Well, it was till they got off that corner. But he's showing he can run him back down a little bit.
I mean, his lap times are way off, but he is third. You know, he could probably go.
Eric Jones has 3 career wins, and 2 of them are in the same race.
Caution comes out, that'll be the savior of the day.
Eric Jones at Darlington's like Kyle Petty at fucking Dover, man.
Plenty of tires left. They started this race with 9 sets, including the qualifying set that was on the car.
Kyle Petty won the last 500-mile race at Dover. Bet you kids didn't know that.
So Jones now third, about 1 second ahead of Christopher Bell in fourth, and a second and a half ahead of William Byron in fifth.
Now, if you're Jones, what you have to do, be careful of these guys. Obviously, everybody's on tires. Try to time it to where they make that pass where it doesn't cost you time. The other thing you have to do is make sure you're not the caution. You need the caution to come out, make sure you're not.
Ooh, that's a bad exit of the corner for Larson. I bet Harvick closes up another 10th or 2 there. Larson got stuck under Cindric, and it cost him just a little bit of time, a little hair of time. So I guess the lap traffic deal is evening out. Yeah, look at how much Harvick cut into that lap because of the 2-car hurt Larson's corner exit.
Everybody's coming to pit road and getting 400 tires. They do need a caution right here, though. Sure.
I think for Larson to win the race, he needs a caution. Larson's Dylan, Harvick's me.
Harvick, as we get longer into this run, he is nestling right up to the bumper of Kyle Larson. We're going to have a race on.
Yeah, Todd, Kyle Petty won something. He actually won 8 times. All in about a 5-year window, most of them, I think. If they had the original version of the Chase from like 04-06 and they ran that in 92, Kyle Petty would have been champion. Crank them hogs. Harvick's on the back bumper of the 5. And they're not showing it. There it is. Harvick's got him. Can he make the pass, though? What do we got here? Oh, man. I can't believe it. Harvick has cleared Kyle Larson. Coming to 43. Here, Boyer yelling. I think it's funny they went to crank it up right when something finally started happening for the lead for the first time today. I called it, though. I said if it goes green, he's got him beat. The perfect scenario is playing out as long as it stays green. Oh, happy.
I'm dumbfounded. I didn't. I saw the 5-car slip up the last time. Missed the ball at least a little bit.
What really sold me on what I said earlier is when Harvick passed Byron and stayed there. I was like, ooh, might have something here. Cliff Daniels trying to tell Kyle Larson how to drive his own car. You're the fucking crew chief. Let Larson decide how to drive it.
In the rearview mirror, forced him to move, make a chance, make a move, and search around. Maybe we should have been doing that a few laps prior to that.
And all day they've all been talking about once you catch someone, how difficult it is.
It's Harvick at Phoenix. Should we really be surprised?
Kyle Larson's gonna have to find out now.
You see him slipping and sliding around again.
Harvick's driving away. The dynamic just totally changed.
I don't know if they made an adjustment or what, but
From the very first run of the race, Harvick only got to like 8th place, but you could just tell nobody on a long run was better than him. The only way they stayed in front of him is if they started in front of him, had a big gap from the beginning. The answer's been there right in front of us all damn day. Now, Byron's fucked. Byron's 5.5 seconds off. He would need a caution, obviously. So I guess you can't count him out in that instance. Of course, my dream scenario is Harvick and Larson fuck each other and Bell wins. That's my dream scenario.
this whole race has been
Then I win money.
40 to go, folks.
All right, coming into the closing laps of Phoenix.
Long way to go. I mean, kinda. Feels like a long way to go.
Kevin Harvick now leading Kyle Larson by 1.2 seconds.
Shout out to Harvick for saving this race, so we can say it was because that was pretty compelling to watch through the green flag stops until when Harvick made the pass.
Eric Jones still on them tires.
Yeah.
He's let's see,
10th.
84 laps on his tires.
Tire right front just explodes. Can't believe
He
Jones
gets a
ain't pitted.
caution, though.
It's a net gain if he gets a caution, but it's getting to the point where it won't really
You know,
be. He'll
top
be
10 of it.
right where he was anyhow.
Was that everybody's last set of tires? Besides
Nah, everybody's got in Cup. You usually have a bunch of sets. It's just Xfinity and trucks that there's like really strict limits. Cup, there's a limit, but they always have like double the sets of what you need. So, and because the race has gone green so much today, they haven't pitted that much.
That's true.
So everybody's got plenty of tires. Todd says 3 more cautions. We'll see.
Yeah, we only really need 2. Get a caution now to run us down to like 32 to go. Get 15 laps of battle for the lead. Get another caution.
Any caution now is going to kill Harvick, though.
Ugh.
Allmendinger and Bubba racing hard, but pretty clean so far.
The fucking test car.
Bubba in the McDonald's test car, yeah. Looks like one of them. You guys remember back in the 90s, you get them little NASCAR race cars from McDonald's, and they'd come with stickers, and you could put the stickers where you wanted. That's what Bubba's car looks like. I had a couple of them. I wish I still had all my little 164s and shit. Wish I'd took better care of them. Because I played with them a lot, but I could have taken better care of them and not let them get fucking ruined. I didn't ruin them. They let my nephew do it. So, but they were in there. I remember I went outside one day, and it was years after I stopped caring about them, right? I went outside, my 2002 164 Jeff Gordon car with the flames, half buried in the fucking dirt, and I was just like, damn, that kind of sucks. It didn't like ruin my day. I was like, that sucks. I wish I'd taken better care of them cars. Wish I'd have put them up after I got too old to play with them. I got my 02 Jeff Gordon and my 02 Harvick cars at Myrtle Beach at the NASCAR Cafe. Back in the day. Remember the NASCAR Cafe? Them shits were awesome. And the food was actually good. Myrtle Beach, NASCAR Cafe. And then the Kiss Coffee House moved into the same building. Oh, Harv driving away. It's a lot like Richmond last year in the fall, the second Richmond race. Harvick can't lap Corey LaJoie, though. I've seen him try to pass Corey about 3 times. Eric Jones finally pitted. Now if you're Eric Jones, you just stay out next time.
The last caution average of lap 272. That's 40 to go. Now we're past that, but 3 times.
There's them Larry Mack trends of the race.
But all time we have had
But
9 overtime finishes here. I'm going to give credit to Jamie McMurray for this stat. That is third behind Daytona and Talladega.
Can you believe Phoenix has the third most overtimes since 2004 to Daytona and Talladega? Phoenix is third on the list of most overtimes. Wonder what the top 5 tracks are. We know Daytona and Talladega, then Phoenix, but what are the other 2 tracks? Can you guess? Richmond, maybe? There was a lot of close Richmond races in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Maybe they were up on that list.
So net gain, 0. Net loss, 0. Hey, you had to try it.
That's right.
Somebody looked that up. Tracks with the most overtime since 2004 when overtime became a thing.
Your day's not very good. You know, you got to do something to try. They tried, and it kind of worked for them.
Some of these lap cars have hurt Harvick a bit by a tenth or two. Martinsville might be up there. Martinsville might be in the top 5.
30 laps to go. And leader Kevin Harvick having a bit of difficulty.
Harvick's struggling getting by Gibbs. He struggled to get by Corey. Oh, that's bad. You see Harvick's car jump out from under him there? Larson's going to close this up to a second.
By doing that, they're going to fight you for every inch of that real estate, taking the preferred line away from you. And this is hard on a leader. You know, he's the one that encounters that. As soon as the second place car catches them, they let him go because it doesn't matter. But they're gonna
I don't know. In NASCAR heat, it seems to be the opposite. Let the leader go and then fuck with the second place car.
But today is going to be a nice rebound for Stuart Haas, which is off to a tough start this season.
So to answer my question from earlier, Stuart Haas is still an A team because of the money and the resources they have. They're just inconsistent as hell, but they're still an A team. And today's showing it because Briscoe's having a great race. Harvick's leading. Priest, Almirola, we don't know what he could have had because he had a tire fall off. But they're all better than they were at the start of the race.
You've got to figure out how to get all 4 cars running good if you're going to be a 4-car, powerhouse team. And certainly Ryan Priest, the team.
I just worry about the future of that team now that Harvick's leaving at the end of the year. Remember, I did say in 2019, my exact words to Cameron were, what the fuck? It's the Kevin Harvick Lifetime Achievement Award, the Cup Championship, because they moved it to fucking Phoenix. That's why last year, when he won Richmond and Michigan 2 weeks in a row, people were quick to go, oh man, Harvick's the championship favorite all of a sudden, because it's at Phoenix. It was kind of silly looking back that we automatically put him in the favorite talk for a few weeks because they were able to win 2 in a row. But when you see this race, it makes sense. Harvick drove off again. He was down to a second and a half or less. Now it's 2.3. Watch Larson spin out running hard, just trying to make it up. This race has played out perfectly for Harvick so far. So far, it's played out perfectly for Kevin Harvick. Who'd have thought you could be slow and methodical in a race that's not even going to be 3 hours long? That's short for a cup race.
Larson ahead of Zane Smith, who is 30th, 3 laps back. And William Byron.
Kyle Busch slowly bouncing back. But look at where his teammates running.
Byron now 6.7 seconds back in 4th.
Uh-oh, Bubba, he's one of the hardest cars to lap. Love you, Bubba, but damn. Austin Dillon's not going to be easy to pass either. Really. Yeah, it's down to 2. Bubba Wallace, last car on the lead lap, working hard here.
Wallace's team had a bad
Oh, yeah.
stop in that last round, and he's been unable to move forward.
Josh Berry's comfortably on the lead lap.
He is now a lap down in 21st.
Yeah, it just takes me back to the pit stops. Kevin Harvick.
Remember, he had that bad pit stop, too. He was like 12th before pit stops, and he dropped back to 17th. So Logano's in the middle now. He's 15th.
And the flip side of that, did Larson, did they adjust, make an adjustment, got that car up on top of the racetrack and lose for him? those are the things that, you know, from this perspective, Danica, when you're driving and you drive all these years.
I like the little yellow lines on the progress bar to show you when the cautions came out. The black lines are the stage break.
It is true. Tires sometimes have a little variance. But, you know, as we've trended throughout the race, Hendrick was so strong, and Larson and William Byron were just, you know, walking away.
20 to go. The Craftsman 20 to go.
You know, now we've got Kevin Harvick in the lead. Christopher Bell's right up there. You know, there's been some cars that have come into the mix. So has the
Harvick passing his old rod.
have other cars just made better changes?
Done that a lot in the last decade.
Both Kyle and William.
Yeah, he passed him in 2014 and ain't looked back.
They're just like, it's pretty good.
Larson's not even in the same picture now as Harvick.
It's just a matter of who was in the lead, so maybe they just didn't tweak on it enough.
Well, you said it. You know, the track, you're starting to see shadows on those cars. You know, the sun's starting to go down. Maybe it's changing some conditions.
Clint, it's 3:30 in the afternoon. The sun's not going down, you fucker. Yeah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon in Phoenix. He's talking, oh, the sun's starting to go down.
The difference that it made with that 4 car just boom came to life.
Well, let's listen in on second place, Kyle Larson.
Cliff Daniels still telling him how to drive. Michael's glad he didn't take my advice. Put a bunch of money on Larson.
There it is again.
They get a chance to work on it. All he needs is another green flag.
You know what, though? Kevin didn't necessarily pass him on a long run. That wasn't very deep into that run. Maybe, 20 laps that he caught him. The whole day, Kevin has been good 30, 35 plus laps on. You know, in that first stage, look at that. He really didn't start showing an advantage until at least 35 laps of the 60.
Well, you've got to look at then if
This race hasn't been the best, but it's just been interesting to pay attention to Harvick all day because I had my eye on him from the very beginning and just watch him progress through the race.
So as they do get closer to hitting it, all of a sudden they're in the mix.
So if you're a Harvick diehard, you're like, man, that's the greatest race ever. Martin Truex washed, question mark.
Just right along with Truex here. You know, there's so many guys.
Truex is still good, so take this with what I'm saying. Don't take it too seriously. Truex at his peak. If he could have been like that for the rest of his career, he'd have 60 or 70 wins by now. If you could have Truex be 2015, Truex from 2015 to 2021, but from 07 to 2012. God, he'd have like 60 wins.
And that's exactly the position that Kyle Larson was in last week. And there was
Yeah, Chris, Harvick made this race worth watching. I don't feel bored. I don't feel like I've wasted a day watching this. That's why I kind of started to root for him. I'm a Hendrick fan. I was like, come on, Harvick. Keep building on it. It'll come to you. Long run. I said 150 fucking laps ago, if he gets to second and they get a long run, he's going to win. Well, here you go. Oh, God, 3 wide for the lucky dog spot.
These guys they're trying for a caution right here. These 3 were all over one another. Well, that's the battle.
Todd says Josh Berry's going to wreck with 5 to go.
They were driving each other pretty dirty as far as I'm concerned. Slide jobs.
4-second lead for Harvick. God almighty. I couldn't have envisioned Harvick getting the lead that big. I was like, yeah, he'll get out front and stay out there. I didn't think he'd get a 4-second lead. Any word on who's in the booth for Atlanta? I think it's Tony Stewart again. I won't know. I'll be there. I won't be watching the broadcast. Hopefully a car doesn't come through the catch fence and hit my ass. Good God, look at Darrell Waltrip. He looks like Neil Diamond. But Talladega's all luck. Is that why the same guy won there 10 fucking times? Is that why Dale Jr. won there 6 times? Jeff Gordon 6 times? Brad 6 times?
Richard Petty, 5 different tracks.
7
That's 50 wins.
Out of 200.
Yeah.
5 different tracks, yes.
A quarter of Richard Petty's wins came at the same 5 racetracks. 50 out of 200.
Growing larger in the mirror is Kevin Harvick.
Harvick's about to get the double-digit mark if it stays green.
Trying to stay on the lead lap here.
As a guy who has money on Christopher Bell, I'd like another caution, even though I know Bell ain't got shit for Larson or even Harvick. What? Oh, caution's out. Caution's out.
You know this is
He's got a flat. Nah,
Nah,
he's got a flat. Oh, Lord. 10 laps to go, and the caution's out. That was a quick caution, but look at that right front tire. Woohoo! Caution with 10 to go. God damn it. Larson, I don't think needs to change a thing other than tires. Larson doesn't need to change anything but the fucking tires. Harvick's team, take a swing at it. Because you know you ain't got shit for the short run. Is that Delana?
Man, this comes down to this pit stop. I know it, honey.
Everybody's pitting.
I cannot believe it either. Watch this.
Is he on the lead lap?
Harrison Burton up at the top of the screen, spins, gets it sideways all by himself.
That was worth a caution. That's not a bad yellow. I think that's a better yellow than last week, in my opinion. And we have a caution with 10 to go. Remember how Phoenix is high on the list of overtimes?
When he locked it down, I'm thinking that's
God almighty. Look at the 21. He's got hydraulics. Austin Dillon got the free pass.
It's 5 camp. They needed that. This is their only chance.
Again and again, the Harvick Stewart Haas story. Fucked on short runs by a fucking Hendrick car.
Being in that number 1 stall.
Now I'm just wondering if somebody like Reddick is just, or Brad would just
stop ranking last season.
Yes.
In the lower right.
Somebody's gonna go nuts here if they can get. If they get a good launch, they're gonna go nuts into turn 1.
Those drivers are saying, "Free me up."
Drama, baby.
No, they're saying, just get me a good pit stop. You heard Kyle wants no changes.
Why does that camera on the front stretch look like the little security droid in Star Wars that pops out and sees who's at the door?
Just get me a good pit stop. Look at the cars in between them.
They got the droid from Jabba's palace.
Martin Truex stayed out. William Byron, everybody else got 2.
Ain't nobody staying out today. If this run had gone half of what it did, you might see a 2-tire stop. But they've all run so long, you need 4. You need 4.
If they do, they would be fired in the morning.
55 laps on this run.
If this was 2 to go at the restart, I would take 2. Just to get out front. But because they're going to have to run like 4 or 5 laps, you got to take 4. But if this was an overtime, 2 to go or something, I'd consider, if I was further back, taking 2. Nobody with a good car and a chance to win is going to take 2. But obviously here, everybody's taking 4.
Take away the advantage of Kyle Larson having that number 1 stall. Watch this as they come onto pit road.
Well, remember also Larson said he just needed that one adjustment.
That's right.
I think Larson just needs fresh tires. This is perfect for Kyle Larson.
Did a pretty good job getting to his rear bumper.
Jamie.
The money shot.
Down here, Mike, listening to the 24, they used this same code word a week ago at Vegas. I don't want to give it away, but this could be a 2-tire.
Banana. Spotter 2-wide banana.
Doing 4 tires. It will be 4 for the 24. Kevin Harvick on the other side. They're working on this car. Great stuff.
2 tires, William Byron. Willie B took 2. I like taking 4. They need a couple of cars to line up on 2 tires here. Slow stop, but a 2-tire stop. I think Harvick can still win. Oh my God, never mind. Look at all the 2-tire. Harvick's fucked. Look at all those 2-tire stops. So yeah, Larson or Byron's gonna win. Larson or Byron's gonna win.
Only when a Hendrick car takes 2 would 4 other cars do it.
I know, right? I thought here for sure everybody'd take 4 because they've run so long. But I said if it was like 2 or 3 to go, yeah, you take 2. But I don't know. Harvick's fucked. He has no chance now. Unless that top 5 just all wipes each other out.
Was it all Chevys? Ross?
No, Blaney took 2. Blaney
so
and
Chevys and Blaney.
Yeah. That leaderboard needs to update. I don't think that's entirely accurate. I don't think. So.
I feel like Brad was one of them.
But yeah, Brad took 2.
So Brad, Blaney, Larson, Byron, Ross, and Kyle Busch.
That Harvick's fucked. But as bad as he's been on short runs, he needed 4 tires. Still could be a lot of restarts. Maybe that 4 times. If you run a couple of laps and then get a caution and then another caution, maybe those tires will start to pay off.
You remember when you said this race was good for a Harvick fan day?
Yeah. It ain't now. NASCAR was like, got it! As soon as the 21 got sideways. Caution. It's pretty funny how quick they are to throw these. That was a legitimate caution, but once again, for the second week in a row, quick on that fucking button press. No hesitation. Now, is he going to save it? Nope, smoke, caution. Harvick had it won, man. If Harvick was able to pull it off now, I'd be really impressed. They're going to restart with 4 to go. They're going to have 4 laps. Scheduled laps, anyway.
When Harvick passed Larson under
Jeff
green, it
Cordero,
was
the
the
front
first
tire
pass
changer on William Byron
for the
here,
lead under green
as they get
since
2
lap
tires,
11 in Vegas.
and they don't waste a millisecond
Wow.
getting Byron out of that pit, and Cordero's got to do a big jump there to get away.
Woo!
That's as quick as you
They
can do.
practice that timing a lot, those guys.
I love the stupid pictures.
I don't know if they've
The
got someone in
bootleg
the car that's
time
that quick to the
later.
trigger, so.
Hey, good job. There's 6 crew chiefs took 2 tires. It's getting fired after this race, Larry.
Oh, boy.
You didn't say 2. You said stay out. You didn't say 2. You said stay out.
Harvick is the first car on 4, though.
You know, everybody's watching the monitors.
But with
They've got the same monitors that
3
we
or
do.
4 to go, whatever it's going to be, I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Tires. Well, Kevin Harvick,
Michael, that was my thought. Michael said a lot of laps for 2 tires. That's what I thought. Like 1 or 2 laps too many. Just 1 or 2 too many, I thought.
time to watch and see exactly.
But enough guys did it to where it's probably going to work.
This choose is going to be important. How do you get those 4 tires an advantage with your Kevin Harvick? Pay attention to where he chooses here. Probably going to be the outside. Going to be somewhere where I can get.
Yeah, they're just now, so it's going to be a 3-lap run to the finish. So that's just helping the guy. If I was the fucking 4 bunch, but why the fuck didn't we get the 1 to go last time? The Bushy McBush race.
You got to go where they don't. Give yourself an opportunity to get down. Maybe
If Harvick had 4 instead of 3 laps, I'd feel slightly better for him, but they're only going to have 3
across the track and use the outside.
pending disaster, which there very well could be one. Ross Chastain's in that top 4.
Take the low route and give him room up top.
It is.
I'm going to call going low in 1 and 2. 4 tires.
Larson low, Byron high, Blaney low, Chastain high, Harvick go low.
He's going to the bottom. I think that given what you have in front of you, that's your only choice.
Yep.
Going to try to roll around that bottom. Everybody else slides up on their
Yeah.
2 tires.
Harvick's going to hope he can just gas through the center, roll on the bottom as they slide around, like Boyer just said. Did Briscoe take 4? Yes, he did. Briscoe and Harvick are both on 4 tires.
Might create the caution, huh? See about
The
that.
top 6 are the 2-tire guys.
And that's just not enough for Harvick's long run advantage to kick in.
No, Hamlin was on that.
Hamlin took 2.
However, having
I thought
4
Brad did
fast
for some
tires
reason.
instead of 2,
Yeah.
that could be the difference.
He's going to need a caution.
He's going to
with
need some
this race.
overtimes.
Puts it right back into 5 and 20.
I'm not even a Harvick fan, and I'm like, damn, that sucks. 'Cause I would be so upset. If that happened to Dale Jr., I'd be like, fuck! I'd be punching shit. Ain't got no drywall to punch in here. Here we go. There's Larson playing the game on the restart again. Yeah, Blaney. Here goes Blaney. Larson blocked him all the way down to the pit wall. I thought they were gone. Harvick 3 wide in the middle. Is he going to have anywhere to go?
Look at Reddick. He's got 4
Oh, Harvick's getting boxed in. Oh!
Reddick's on 4 tires and 4.
Holy shit, yeah. Oh, caution. Caution. Allmendinger got spun. We're going to overtime. And Ty Gibbs is tore up, too. Yeah.
Oh, no, it ain't nothing.
But he's still up a few positions where he started.
Yeah. Harvick's going to be about 7th.
5th.
This leaderboard's right.
7th.
Yeah.
I saw some damage still in front of Ty Gibbs' car. Oh, lots of it.
You did.
Well, Phoenix is going to go up on the overtime list. It's going to remain in 3rd place.
Back there at the tail end of the lead lap. That's what,
We
looks
almost
like
made
that's
it
what
under
happened.
3 hours,
Way to the right side of your screen.
Ooh. Gibbs just overgrove it. Corey followed him in the dirty air.
I thought the Chastain move was illegal.
Oh, my God. Noah. What the fuck?
Didn't he drive that car somewhere?
Two separate incidents.
He drove, yeah, the other one, yeah. Yeah, that's the one, because that one was part-time last year.
There was smoke from Gibbs before that. He may have already been in the wall.
Where's Noah and AJ come in? Oh, AJ just got knocked up off the bottom, or did he blow a tire? So Noah was the innocent victim there.
That caution comes out. All hell is broken loose.
Can't say that.
Josh Berry, 12th.
Damn.
Well, we're going overtime to find out.
I'm not winning any money.
What was your heart rate? I think mine's there.
When Ryan Blaney went to the inside of Kyle Larson and got on his left rear.
I bet this race gets a yes on Jeff Gluck's poll this week now.
Well, the only trouble with taking the outside is
After the
that
Harvick-Larson battle and these late cautions.
I think Reddick's got a good
Yeah, Reddick might steal this one. Yeah.
He had a good shot.
Harvick, depending on lane choice and what happens in turn one, he might too. But I think Reddick's got a real good shot.
So it'll come down to the choose.
Oh, they put the 11 back ahead of him. Kevin didn't gain anything.
Let's show you that last
Honestly, it's just another chance for Harvick. Yeah, he didn't gain nothing, but at least he gets another chance. I thought they were... Larson with the Logano block, but at this point you have to.
Couldn't make it happen.
Harvick, when he got stuck behind Chastain here, that's what killed it. I thought Harvick was going to come out of this corner good, but he got stuck behind Ross. And then I thought they were all going to crash.
Couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't take it.
Kyle Busch had a good run off the corner, but couldn't go anywhere.
Nice run by Reddick up to fourth.
See him squirt the gas right there, get up to the door of the 11, but then he had to get out of it because the one was coming down. Close that door. Actually got into the 11.
This is a goddamn NASCAR race.
And here's some Kevin Harvick radio.
11 and a 4. Everything's your way. Bring over you.
Harvick, it's your last year. Just start running through, motherfuckers.
I hear you. I hear you, Kevin.
Got to get that
It's tough
10th
for me.
Phoenix
It's a
win.
pill to swallow. 2 weeks in a row. Saw it with Kyle Larson last week. Could not believe that caution came out. Did.
Is Byron going to win another race because of a late caution?
Is back to 7th. We'll have the 10th overtime finish at Phoenix.
I
And
think
not
deep,
only
deep
is
down,
that
I'm
win
sure
in
for
jeopardy,
Blaney to finally win.
but his
Yeah,
streak
but then
It
I-
seems like a blank, like why would Blaney win this race?
But then I'll be sad because he was one I almost bet on. Because I told you I had like Logano, Bell, Blaney, Harvick, maybe, and I went with fucking Bell and Logano.
Lots going to have to happen for him to get it.
Like another caution.
Oh, there could be more.
Caution free, William Byron.
Oh,
And
we long for caution-free stages.
few pit road mishaps in stage 2 and one uncontrolled tire on Kyle Busch's car. Did a trip and fall.
Oh, my face.
Everybody's okay and continue. Eric Almirola lost a wheel.
Oh, I seen the stop and shot.
Slammed the wall. And reeled the tire the other way. Well, most of it. There's what's left of it. Kyle Larson, the winner of stage 2. Hendrick dominance. But going into stage 3, first green flag run, and Kevin Harvick goes to the lead.
Oh, Harrison Burton to the rescue. Didn't I say earlier, where the fuck's he at? We ain't seen him on television all day. Is he even here? Yes, Harrison Burton's here.
And just as he got going and pulled away, never came to a stop.
Damn.
The caution waved, and now this one.
Some CTE for you, Noah.
Noah Gragson and
Now you know how that guy your dad killed felt for about 2 seconds.
as we go to credit one overtime.
It's easy to say they're not because you see what happens when they go in these corners. They're this close to wrecking before they even get to the first turn. And then coming out of the second turn.
I think this is going to be interesting, guys.
Now I'm curious to know how many overtimes this
It's going to be
Phoenix
big time
ultimately takes on
interesting.
the
I mean,
Yeah.
the conversation you're talking about, Larson's got to hold all these guys.
It's got to be substantial. I feel like every other race at Daytona and Talladega is always overtime. Not all of them, but like every out of the 2 each every year, one of them is. So
So of the leaders, Reddick and
One
Harvick
second.
are the ones with 4 tires. We'll have to check on Christopher Bell and Alex Bowman back 8th and 9th. They got 4 tires. And Kyle Busch in 10th. Ready for the choose. Larson bottom. Byron top.
Reddick up top.
Two
Ross
right,
top,
two
Harvick
right,
top.
Harvick to the top again.
Reddick will do everything short of a Ross Chastain Martinsville move to get through turns 1 and 2. He's all gripped up and ready to go.
I can't
Well, the bottom row didn't work. Maybe see if something opens up there. It's really kind of it's a bit of a crapshoot.
His spotter, Tyler Munn on the restart.
That's probably because he gets stuck.
12 cars going to be a player. If he gets the inside of that 5, breaks that momentum.
What a drive by Reddick to get in this position, taking advantage of an opportunity.
Laps to go now.
Oh no! Remember that year they made 2010? They made Phoenix a 600K instead. This is a 500K. They made it 600K, so it was 375 laps in 2010. Ryan Newman won it in overtime. Kyle Busch had it won, and somebody wrecked with 2 to go. Here we go. God, I need to use the bathroom. Can we get on with this? I think Byron was ready for Larson's restart. That's the best Byron's played Larson's restart shit all day. Who's that? Is that Hamlin? Bell! Oh, he's not going to get there, though, because he's too low and a little too far back. Oh, Larson and Byron. Oh, Larson going to put another teammate in the wall. Here goes Blaney. Oh, we're 3 wide for the lead. And look at Reddick. He just gave the 24 a shot down the back. Oh, boy. Reddick is to second. White flag. Byron's the leader. They're 3 wide per second. That's the only thing saving him. If Reddick could just get clear of this 5.
This is the closest I've seen.
Larson says no. Yeah, Willie B's got it. The second week in a row, a late caution saves William Byron. Unbelievable. Oh, Bell smacked the wall off of 4. William Byron wins 2 in a row with the same circumstances. What a race. We wouldn't have said this an hour ago, but what a race. That 3 wide per second saved William Byron's ass, man. Because Reddick should have been able to motor right by all these guys. Josh Berry got a top 10. Josh Berry got a top 10.
Yes, it was. Reddick, awesome rebound for him. Needed his strong run. Blaney.
Holy shit.
See him all day long. Caution
Nice
comes
go
out,
home
took
and bang
advantage of it.
2nd place.
24 cars on the lead lap, and it looked like they were all under a blanket.
And he's going to win Atlanta next week. Right. Here we go, Dave.
The William Byron reign of supremacy hasn't begun.
Byron specially has been
Josh Berry, top 10. Hell yeah.
races of a season. And now he's won 2 of the first 5.
Did a good job holding strong on that outside of Kyle Larson. Put him in a situation. You can see how much it held him both.
I can't believe. I'm sure Chase Elliott's sitting home going, oh, yeah, Larson will cut that guy a break, but if it's me, he'll fucking slam me. Larson did everything but slam Byron.
Took it from his teammate.
Thought he was going to claim another teammate victim.
First time that Byron has had a top 5 finish here.
Credit to Byron, because all day long, Larson would back him up and then launch right at the end of the restart zone. Yeah. And then on that last restart, he went right when Larson went. Larson didn't change up his move at all. Byron was ready for it. I said, as soon as the green dropped, I said, oh, he was ready for it this time.
He says the guys with the pop-off
And it won him the race.
are Rick Hendrick and Chad Knaus. But the one person at Hendrick that's really brought William out of his shell is
Todd, you called it. Todd, when William Byron was 5.5 back, he said, don't count out William Byron. I said, nah, he needs a caution. He needed several, but he got it done. I hate that for Harvick. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's 2023, and I feel bad for Kevin Harvick.
his streak.
But Harvick, if you win the fall race at Phoenix and get your 10th Phoenix win, it could be for a championship.
It's good to see someone get in the mix, though, with the Hendrick cars. Obviously, they were
Yeah,
running away
Bowman
with
9th.
it, and Kevin
Josh
was up
Berry
there.
10th.
So
Hell
you still
yes.
gotta walk away and say
Logano
this was a
11th.
good day today. We were fast. We were there.
Ryan Priest 12th.
With the winner.
2 in a row for William Byron. William, you led laps early in this race. The middle part of the race fell back just a little bit, but then the
You just never know what's going to happen. That's why you can't turn these races off, even the worst ones.
Yeah, just over the last couple weeks to him, you know,
That's
he's
crazy
done a really
because
good
on
job.
the last restart,
Strategy-wise
you could
and
have given me 3
execution-wise, we've
choices on
done a good
who
job
would
to
win.
put ourselves in
I
those positions.
I
on the
would have
front
went
row
Larson,
with a shot
Reddick,
in.
Blaney, yeah.
Thanks
Just because of where they were lined up.
Motorsports, putting together great cars and just doing a great job. So this is a big credit to them, engine shop. Mr.
Denny Hamlin, 23rd. Ross Chastain, 24th. Good Lord.
Really historic looking paint scheme, so nice to get it in victory lane. 2 in a row for William Byron.
William. Harvick can't be mad. I mean, it was just circumstance, Just shit happens.
When you took 4 tires, did you think that was the right call at the time when you realized the others around you took 2?
It's what I would have done. I'd always.
I was with him.
And, I just didn't. I didn't get a couple cars when that first caution came out, and
the race was.
Kind of lost our chance.
The race was lost for Harvick at 3 to go, coming off of turn 2.
Quite a bit slower, but they get all jammed up, and that's the way it goes. I mean, just smoked them up until the caution. They did a great job with our Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford Mustang, and just didn't need that caution at the end.
10 straight years. This man has finished in the top 10 right here at Phoenix.
Fifth place today.
Well, if you're Harvick, you got to be encouraged. You're going to be good at Martinsville. You're going to be good at Phoenix. You're going to be good at New Hampshire. Richmond, especially. I think Richmond's a great opportunity for Harvick. I might pick Harvick to win Richmond or one of these races this year on those kind of tracks. I thought Larson and Byron might wipe out here, and it would have been all Larson's fault. I couldn't believe they made that corner. And then they got 3 wide. And look at Reddick win the damn race for Byron. Reddick won William Byron that race at the end of the backstretch, coming to 1 to go.
Now the 2 cars that had contact and got up into the turn 2.
Oh, hell. Didn't even see this. It happened. We were watching the 5. Denny cleaned out Ross. Good God. Well, can you blame him?
Maybe he owed him a little bit.
He might have owed him one. Weird time to pay it back. Because we didn't see that. Because the camera was locked on the 4 cars at the lead, and they were just behind that. So I was like, wow, how the fuck did Denny and Ross fall to 23rd and 24th? Well, now we know. William Byron, not on a computer for the 2nd week in a row.
Might as well bet on him next week.
Man, I'm picking Harvick to win Richmond already, and it's not even until April. Late April, early May. 100%. Because that race is probably going to be... When's the last time you saw a short run at the end of Richmond? You don't see that anymore. So, if Harvick's going to win anywhere with a great long-run car, it's going to be Richmond. These things are worth watching till the end, And the package did improve. We wouldn't have seen a race like that to the end last year. Because go back and watch that fucking fall race.
Well, minus a caution.
Yeah.
The yellow flag saved that. 10 to go. Yellow with 10 to go, and they restarted with 3 to go.
I'm hanging around. I want to see Larson's interview. Just like that classic Kyle Larson dejected buck.
Are you playing
Yeah, I will. All right. I'll message Cowboy here in a bit and see if he wants to play. Just kind of waiting to see a Larson interview. Then I got to run to the bathroom. God damn it. Crazy race. Really didn't seem like it was going to be. Oh, but the hand of fate, as in Harrison Burton's lack of talent. So many variables in a NASCAR race, like the lack of talent behind the wheel of the 21. Running 30th all day and spins out by himself. That kills me when guys running that bad spin out by themselves. But damn, dude, you're slow. Your car should be easy to drive. Final thoughts? Anyone? That was fucking nuts. Not how I thought this day was going to go. least somebody was able to pass a Hendrick car today for the lead. So they're not totally invincible. What a great picture to make that race look good. Byron with 3 cars behind him, 3 wide.
Winning his second consecutive race in overtime, I might add, for his 6th career win. It is the 9th different Hendrick Motorsports driver to win at Phoenix. That's really good. And of course, as I mentioned, it is his 2nd win of the season and just the
2 in a row, William Byron.
So far, 2023, it is
the year of Willie B.
That rhymes, yes it does. I'm Shannon, Larry, and Jamie. What about those last
Can't believe how that race ended up.
played out with William Byron getting the win?
Well, it's good to be Rudy Fugle right now because he makes another great call to put 2 tires on that 24 car. Had 55 laps on those tires.
The balls to take 2 tires and then to get lucky to have more guys do it. If just 2 less cars took 2 tires, I think Reddick or Harvick wins. But had just enough cars and just a few laps enough for it to work.
Larry mentioned that big shot from Tyler Reddick down the backstretch. Awesome job by him to go beat Kyle.
Yeah, awesome. Ryan Blaney was also right there in the mix at the end of the race. He finished 2nd, and he's with Jamie Little.
Ryan Blaney was
Ryan Blaney 2nd for the 2nd Phoenix race in a row.
Especially those last 2 restarts. Just take us through kind of what you were seeing in your perspective there when you had a shot at it.
Yeah, we did a good job putting 2 on it there, and I wanted to be 3rd. I wanted to be on the bottom just in case, the leader slides up and you can kind of roll the bottom, and that's kind of what happened. I thought I was in a good spot off 2, being underneath them, and the 24 got some help from the 45 kind of down the back and got clear, and I wasn't able to stay side by side with them. But overall, a good day. We started off okay, and we got a little better as the day went on, and then the 2 tires were the right call at the end. So really proud of the effort. Appreciate that Wizard and Ford and Menards for doing what they do, and just keep creeping in on it. Just got to keep working at it, and I think we're getting better. It's just a matter of finding that next step.
Blaney buried his teammates today.
Yeah, the top finisher out of those Fords, despite the fact that Kevin Harvick did look like this race was his to win. Of course, he took 4 on that final pit stop, but a great day for Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, I mean, Larry picked Ryan Blaney in our pre-race show as his favorite to win, and not a surprise. This has been a great track for him. It's his 4th straight top 5 at this track, and hopefully we'll start some momentum for the 12-car team heading into Atlanta next week and get some good runs going for him.
We talked about hit the gas, pump the brakes, Tyler Reddick, if he was going to get in the top 5.
And I failed.
He did get in the top 10. He finished 3rd. Great day for Tyler Reddick, who really needed a shot in the arm, and he came around on that high side, like towards the end of the race. He is with Regan Smith.
Tyler Reddick comes home in 3rd place today. At the end of the race, so Tyler, you had those 4 tires and had position. Just need a couple more laps there.
No, I just need to execute on that restart, Regan. Just didn't get the launch.
Yep, the 24 win.
With Williams' back bumper to take advantage of it in turn 1. So it's very frustrating, naturally. I think last year, kind of the same thing.
Next Sunday is a good day for... Hell, Saturday and Sunday is a good day to watch racing. A lot going on.
Did a really good job. This car was solidly like I would say a 3rd to 5th place car all day long. So bringing home 3rd's great, but obviously when you're on 4 and you get in position and have a restart at the end there, you want to capitalize. So frustrated for sure.
Thanks, Tyler.
Frustrated, but I mean, he needed this run.
Oh, in the worst kind of way, because remember, started 2023 with 2 consecutive DNFs, still looking for his first top 10, and they had a close call at the early part of the race where they had one of the wheel nuts come off, and they had to back him up. He lost a lot of positions right there, but they have to feel good about that run right there just to get this momentum to leave the West Coast with a top 5 finish.
Do we think Kyle Larson feels good about the run today?
Probably a little frustrated.
Probably a little frustrated. Of course, he led the most laps, but did not get the finish for the 2nd week in a row that he wanted. He's with Regan Smith.
Cup racing's hard.
And had a strong race car all day long. The cautions at the end, though. At the end there, Kyle, what were you thinking as they were coming out?
Well, we got lucky with the 1 caution, and the team made a great call to take 2 to get us out in the lead, and restarts were just tough. I felt like I ran William up pretty high, and I was expecting him to lose some grip, but he did a really good job of holding us from outside and clearing me down the back. So yeah, I'm Pissed off, but you know, great fight by the team, great car, way better
Pissed
than
the fuck
we were
off.
here last year. So yeah, I mean it's a long season, but hopefully we're in the Final Four when we come back here in November and can have a run just similar to that with speed and try to just execute a little bit better there at the end. Thanks, Scott.
Can understand that frustration.
All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I stuck around too long. I just wanted to see Larson's interview. So, probably going to stream NASCAR Heat 5 in a little bit. So if y'all want to come back, hang out when I do that, you'll get the notification when I'm on. So, might see you guys later. If not, good night.